Day. I'm Sherry Preston, ABC News.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.9 WATD.
959WATD.com.
74 degrees outside of our South Shore studios at 7:02. Good morning. I'm Dan McCready, WATD News. And the news being brought to you by St. Anne's Credit Union. Leverage the power of St. Anne's local lending advantage at their newly opened lending center at 55 Long Pond Road in Plymouth. NMLS number 525435, insured by NCUA, member MSIC. Halifax police are investigating a fatal motorcycle crash. The accident happened on Elm Street just after 9 o'clock last night. The motorcycle reportedly struck a tree. The motorcyclist's name has not yet been released. Elm Street from Furnace Street to Pond Street was closed for several hours as police investigated what led up to that crash. Pembroke firefighters rescued a kayaker from a pond yesterday morning. Fire officials say that just after 11, a kayak overturned on Silver Lake Pond at Little Brook Road with a person hanging on. Firefighters launched their rescue boat and made their way out to the kayaker, who was brought to shore to be evaluated. The person was not hurt. WATD News Time, 7:03. More of the day's top stories still to come.
What if I told you that you can apply for a loan or open an account on the go or right from home? Since 1936, St. Anne's Credit Union offers a friendly, hometown feel with big bank capabilities. See why they're a leading lender and voted number one by the people of the South Coast by visiting StAnnes.com. That's STANNES.com. NMLS number 525435. Equal Housing Opportunity. Member MSIC.
WATD News Time, 7:04, and the news being brought to you by Brennan's Smoke Shop, Massachusetts classic smoke shop since 1993, now also on Route 3A in Hudson, New Hampshire. Shop their unmatched selection of quality cigars and tobacco products today. An outdoor water ban is in effect for Abington and Rockland. The Abington and Rockland Joint Waterworks say that the Massachusetts EPA issued a water supply emergency declaration on Friday because of low levels in water supply reservoirs. All outdoor watering is prohibited, including the watering and irrigation of lawns and gardens, the filling of swimming pools, and washing driveways and patios. Residents are asked to conserve water indoors where possible. More information is available on the Abington and Rockland Joint Waterworks website. The Quincy Fire Department has purchased new firefighter apparel that does not contain a cancer-causing toxin. WATD's Tom Gorman has the details.
Quincy firefighters are being outfitted with new PFAS-free personal protective gear. During a press conference, Fire Chief Gary Smith says the city invested $2.6 million to purchase the new helmets, coats, and boots that are manufactured without the cancer-causing PFAS chemical.
In total, our city has invested in 810 sets of non-PFAS personal protective equipment to ensure the health and wellness to all of our firefighters. Our new non-PFAS gear provides the best protection available to our firefighters from fire and all the related dangers and hazards they face. It's more than simply replacing the equipment. It reflects our commitment to using the best available technology to safeguard the long-term health of every single firefighter who serves our great city.
Quincy Firefighters Association President Tom Bowes says the new gear is replacing equipment purchased in 2018 that was supposed to be PFAS-free.
For years we've been lied to, and if we didn't now have the ability to test our gear, none of us would have known. Who would have thought that the same gear that we have purchased to protect us now sits in evidence bags, locked up in the evidence room at the police station for an upcoming lawsuit? Mind-blowing that companies would do that to America's first responders.
The new gear was tested for any cancer-causing toxins.
Moving forward, we will always trust but verify, meaning we will always test the gear now that the testing is readily available. When this gear came in last Tuesday, we immediately picked 4 random sets and sent it out to Indiana for testing. A big thanks to the Quincy Fire Cancer Foundation. I know Sean and Sean are here today. For all they've done, they've paid for all the testing for the turnout gear. Mr. Mayor, Chief Smith, I'm happy to report I received a testing report on those 4 sets of gear yesterday afternoon. All pieces tested have tested for less than levels of detection of PFAS, meaning there is less than 5 parts per million in the gear, probably none at all. It's clean. We finally did it.
The city is suing the manufacturer of the gear purchased in 2018, alleging the company assured Quincy fire officials the equipment did not contain PFAS. A new law takes effect next year that bans PFAS in the manufacture of firefighter protective equipment. Tom Gorman, WATD News.
Over 6,000 bicyclists made their way from Worcester to Provincetown this weekend in the annual Pan Mass Challenge that raised $79 million for cancer research. The two-day event started on Saturday. This year, a new starting line was added at Holy Cross College in Wellesley. That is an 84-mile trek to the finish. The Worcester starting point is 100 miles to the Cape. Each rider raises money to participate, and the funds are donated to the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute through the Jimmy Fund. The event started in 1980 by Billy Starr, several years after his mother contracted melanoma. The first challenge drew 36 riders and raised over $10,000. The first event is now the largest athletic fundraiser in the country, having raised over $1 billion for cancer research. WATD News Time 7:08. Traffic and weather on the 9s is next.
Hey, it's Jeff from Brennan's Smoke Shop. I've always been honest with you. We took 17 days suspension the end of February. Luckily, the snowstorm shut everything down. Tough winter. We're still here fighting to keep our small business alive in this Commonwealth. We've been fighting. We don't want to fight anymore. That's why everyone has to scan ID for our tobacco products. Brennan's Smoke Shop, the best smoke shop in Massachusetts. Customers gotta scan their IDs. Have a good day.
Now, WATD traffic and weather on the 9s.
And good morning. The time now is 7:09, and taking a look at the drive on 495 southbound. Not as bad now. We had an earlier truck fire before 44 in Middleborough. That's out now, so just a disabled truck in the breakdown lane, 495 south, the result of an earlier fire, so watch out for that. Also, we're getting reports of a possible spin-out crash, 495 south, approaching Route 24 in Raynham. Route 24 looks okay through Brockton and Avon, then some slowdowns at the top end of 24 approaching 93. Route 3 northbound, busy around Route 18 up towards Union Street. Southbound side of Route 3, not too bad at the Sagamore. Some company at the Bourne Bridge, but not seeing any major delays. And the expressway northbound is heavy from Adams Street up to Andrews Square. The drive time, 21 minutes, Braintree to Boston. Traffic on the 9s every morning. Traffic emergencies when they happen on WATD. Now, the updated South Shore weather.
Definitely be prepared to dodge some raindrops across Greater Boston, the Metro South, and the South Shore here for today. We'll find some scattered showers and some thundery downpours as well. The potential is there for 1 to 2 inches of rainfall, a high temperature into the mid-70s, and the breeze will be gusty at times coming in out of the south. Clouds will dominate for tonight, and then later into the night, the sky should clear. But there should be some scattered showers and thundery downpours early on. The overnight low temperature near 60. Much better for the day on Tuesday with an ample amount of sunshine from hilltop to seashore. The high in the low 80s. We'll look for an ample amount of sunshine for Wednesday as well, although there could be an isolated shower early on, the high near 80. Next weather in just 10 minutes. For WATD, I'm meteorologist Josh Nichols.
74 degrees at the weather station WATD. I'm Dan McCready at 7:11. The South Shore's morning news continues now on 95.9 WATD.
All right, 7 o'clock hour is underway. The South Shore's morning news. I'm Rob Hakala with the morning team. Dan in our newsroom and you on that text line 781-837-4900, 781-837-4900. The Auto Shine Auto Body text line. Auto Shine Auto Body in Abington and Braintree. All right, hope you had a good weekend. Thanks for waking up with us. A bit later on, we'll get to the morning sports. How about them Red Sox? Our digital pro, Kim Commando, coming up before the end of the half hour. And later on in the next hour, about an hour from now, we'll be welcoming Colby Loria to the broadcast to tell us about the upcoming Marsh Vegas Festival. MarshVegasFest.com coming up at the Marshfield Fairgrounds on Saturday, August 8th. And Colby is going to tell us about the Community Day coming up after the news at 8. He'll join us in the studio. YouTube feed is up now live. You can watch the show live, or you can go back and catch some of your favorite guests on there. WATD Radio on YouTube. WATD Radio on YouTube. You can like, watch, and subscribe. Well, more sad news regarding that crash. As you heard Dan McCready reporting earlier, there has been now another teen killed in that Abington crash that also injured 3 others. So there were a total of five young people in that vehicle. And this all happened just last week. It was, I think, Wednesday, right? The 29th of July in Abington. And authorities say the 17-year-old, who was reported to be Sebastian Hamilton, was driving a reported stolen car. I believe the family is now saying that the car was not stolen, that it was given by a family member of one of the other people in the car. But in any event, they say that the 17-year-old did not stop for police. For whatever reason, an officer attempted to stop the vehicle, and the vehicle would not stop. So whether the car was stolen or not, that will certainly be looked at. But the car was seen driving away before eventually losing control and crashing into a tree. And so that 17-year-old loses his life. And then it's now sad to hear as well that there is another person that has passed away, a second female victim also succumbing to the injuries. So it is a lot, certainly, to hear about for those 2 young people that have lost their lives and others injured as well. And so the investigation will continue. Exactly, was the car stolen or not? And in any event, why did the driver not respond to police and end up continuing to go away at a high speed and eventually lose control? So we'll hear more on that as more details come out on that story. But a sad note there with a second victim in that crash. 7:15 WATD, the South Shore's Morning News. We'll be with you till 10 o'clock today. Coming up a bit later on this morning, we are, as we mentioned, going to be having Colby on to talk about Marsh Vegas Fest. But we're also going to be hearing about some local theater going on at 841 Hingham Civic Music Theater. They always do a great job. Their production of Mean Girls is opening up later in the week, August 7th. There will be 4 performances, and we'll talk to Hingham Civic Music Theater about that at 841. And then we're going to look ahead at fall enrollment at South Shore Conservatory, some of the many great classes and programs that South Shore Conservatory has. And we'll learn about that. Maybe you want to put your child or grandchild into one of those programs, or maybe you want to take some classes as well. South Shore Conservatory, we'll talk about that with Catherine and Todd coming up after the news at 9 on 95.9 WATD. All right, the time now is 7:15 on the South Shore's Morning News. Entertainment news, Ariana Grande planning to take a break after the completion of her tour. ABC's Hannah Battah has more on that story.
A representative for the 33-year-old says Grande will take a break after her tour wraps in London next month, saying she looks forward to finishing the tour and ending it on a high note, both healthily.
That is Hannah Battah reporting on Ariana Grande taking a break. Also, we are hearing as well over the weekend, pretty good weekend for Spider-Man in terms of the box office results. I guess Spider-Man has to do the hard thing, even if it breaks Peter Parker's heart. Spider-Man Brand New Day made box office history in its first weekend in theaters. ABC's Chuck Severston has more.
Spider-Man has to do the hard thing, even if it breaks Peter Parker's heart.
Spider-Man Brand New Day made box office history in its first weekend in theaters. The Sony-released superhero movie became the second biggest North American opening ever, with $355 million in ticket sales, say studio estimates Sunday. Spidey made $572 million internationally.
Help me go home.
Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey slid to second in its third weekend in theaters with $51 million. Toy Story 5 was third with $6.3 million. Minions and Monsters fourth. Moana fifth.
That is ABC's Chuck Severston. All right, it is 7:17 on the South Shore's Morning News, and it's time now for an update on Wall Street. Watching your money as we start a brand new week.
From ABC News Wall Street Now, equities investors this morning hope to continue the rally that closed out last week. The Dow Jones on Friday gained 277 points to finish at 52,485. The S&P picked up 0.7%. The Nasdaq added 1%. Meanwhile, oil prices are sliding after President Trump announced that he's holding off on what he said would have been a major new strike on Iran. Brent crude, the worldwide standard, is below $84 a barrel this morning. As employers drop insurance coverage of GLP-1 weight loss drugs for workers, major retailers are gearing up to grow their business. Costco and Walmart plan to market the medications in hopes that customers will shop around while they wait. Millions of Americans escaped the summer heat this weekend by heading to cool, dark movie theaters. Many came to see Spider-Man: Brand New Day. It raked in a massive $355 million in domestic box office from Thursday to Sunday. Jim Ryan, ABC News.
Invest your time in listening to Cape Retirement Radio and learn a smarter approach to investing so you can protect your future. Cape Retirement Radio, featuring Chris Latond, Thursday nights at 6:15 and Sunday mornings at 10 on 95.9 WATD.
Coming around at 7:19. Let's get back out to the roads. WATD's traffic and weather. We updated every 10 minutes on the 9s. And we had a spin-out crash working 495 south before Route 24 in Raynham. Watch out for that. Otherwise, not too bad. Route 3 on the northbound side looks good from Plymouth up to Derby Street, and then some slowdowns as you make your way up around. Looks busy with some slow spots up through South Weymouth and Braintree. The expressway northbound is heavy from Adams Street up to Southampton Street. 128 on the northbound side, busy around East Street up towards 109 in Dedham, and Route 24 is just slow at the top end, approaching 93. Traffic on the 9s every morning. Traffic emergencies when they happen on WATD. Now, the updated South Shore weather. Let's get the details now from meteorologist Josh Nichols with the South Shore's most accurate and dependable weather, and it's being sponsored by Stewart Painting. Stewart Painting, every job done right and on time. Receive a virtual quote within 24 hours. And now hiring. Apply online at stewartpaint.com, stewartpaint.com.
Definitely be prepared to dodge some raindrops across Greater Boston, the Metro South, and the South Shore here for today. We'll find some scattered showers and some thundery downpours as well. The potential is there for 1 to 2 inches of rainfall, a high temperature into the mid-70s, and the breeze will be gusty at times coming in out of the south. Clouds will dominate for tonight, and then later into the night, the sky should clear, but there should be some scattered showers and thundery downpours early on. The overnight low temperature near 60. Much better for the day on Tuesday with an ample amount of sunshine from hilltop to seashore. The high in the low 80s. We'll look for an ample amount of sunshine for Wednesday as well, although there could be an isolated shower early on, the high near 80. Next weather in just 10 minutes. For WATD, I'm meteorologist Josh Nichols.
Thanks, Josh. And right now, outside our studio in Marshfield, the temperature 75 degrees at the weather station WATD. Coming up next, the morning sports.
We're not happy unless you're happy. Hi, I'm Sheldon Stewart of Stewart Painting, and that's been our promise for over 35 years. If we paint your home, it's going to be a great experience. We do every job right, on time, and we stand behind our work. We have thousands of lifetime customers. That's because we are committed to delivering a top-notch job every time. There are not many sure things in life, but hiring Stewart Painting to paint your home is a sure thing. That's because we live by the Stewart Painting Promise. We're not happy unless you're happy. To schedule your free estimate, call either of our Hingham or Hyannis offices, or to receive a virtual quote, visit us online at stewartpaint.com. Send us a video of your project and receive your estimate within 24 hours. That's stewartpaint.com. And remember, Stewart Painting. Expect the best.
$7:22 is time now for WATD Sports. Good morning. I'm Rob Hakala. Well, another game and another win for the Red Sox, who complete a 3-game sweep of the Dodgers out in L.A. following last night's win.
Paz swinging and miss, struck him out 97, and the Red Sox have swept the Dodgers, and Boston continues their winning ways.
I'll tell you, the Red Sox are just, they're just at another level right now, and there's no question that they have found something.
That's the call on ESPN Radio last night as the Red Sox beat the Dodgers 8-4 last night to sweep the 3-game series. Jake Bennett on the mound allowed 3 runs in 5 2/3 innings of work. Ceddanne Rafaela homered for his 3rd straight game. Red Sox win 8-4. Tonight, the Red Sox are off. Tomorrow, they'll begin a 3-game series at home as they return to Fenway. The Red Sox will take on the Chicago White Sox. That will be tomorrow night at 7:10. Women's professional soccer, the Boston Legacy played to a 1-1 tie against the Summit in Denver last night. And that's our update this morning on sports on 95.9 WATD. Coming up next, we will be checking in with our digital pro, Kim Commando.
Here's the deal. We gotta set ourselves up. See, retirement is the long game. We gotta make moves and make them early. Set up goals. Don't worry about a setback. Just save up and stack up to reach them. Let's put ourselves in the right position. Pre-game to greater things.
Start building your retirement plan at thisispretirement.org. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Lindsay Doherty with MK10. Our mission is to promote suicide prevention and mental health awareness while honoring the memory of Michaela Kingman. Please join us on Saturday, August 22nd for the first MK10 Summerfest at the East Bridgewater Commercial Club. For more information, please visit our website, mk10fitness.com, or our Instagram page, mk10_fitness, for more information. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sharon McNamara, full-time real estate agent and broker-owner of Boston Connect Real Estate. My co-host, Melissa Wallace, and I talk Real Estate Roundtable. We can't wait to connect with you at bringing you all the insights, tips, and trends in real estate here on WATD, so we can talk real estate.
Talk Real Estate Roundtable with Sharon McNamara and Melissa Wallace, Saturday mornings at 8 on 95.9 WATD.
7:25 on the South Shore's Morning News, 95.9 FM WATD, 95.9 WATD.com. And we also have the YouTube feed fired up as well. You can always watch the show, WATD Radio on YouTube. WATD Radio on YouTube. You can like, watch, and subscribe. And of course, you can check out our beautiful WATD Coastal Heritage Bank studios. Thank you, Coastal Heritage Bank, for sponsoring the WATD studios. Our great friends over at Coastal Heritage Bank, community-focused, locally trusted since 1889. Coastal Heritage Bank, growing together. Member FDIC, member DIF. Coastal Heritage Bank. It's time now for our WATD Digital Pro. Let's turn it over to Kim Commando.
Are you a problematic internet user? Let me explain. Some people pick up a phone, do a task, and then put it down. Others finish, and then an hour later, they're 40 videos deep, watching strangers do things like power wash driveways. Sound familiar? I'm Kim Commando for NetSuite. AI isn't the future, it's here. And for the first time ever, you can try NetSuite Next for free. If your revenues are over 7 figures, visit netsuite.ai/Kim. Researchers call it problematic internet use. That's when scrolling starts costing you the big stuff. I'm talking about your work, your relationships, even your sleep. So which comes first? Are you grumpy because you're on TikTok? Or are you on TikTok because you're grumpy? The Washington Post says the newest studies point to a vicious cycle. You're down, so you scroll to feel better. That never works. So you scroll more and more and more. You have to remember that the internet was built for one thing, to keep you there. So finish the task and then put the phone away. Get my free newsletter, getkim.com.
Hello, I'm Garrett from Bryanville Community Church. We'd like to invite you to join us for our second annual Rummage and Bag Sale on Saturday, August 8th, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Bryanville Community Church, 546 Mattakeesit Street in Pembroke, Mass. You can fill a small bag for $5 or a large bag for $10. Some clothing, glassware, and dishes will be available and priced separately. For more information, you can find us on Facebook at Bryanville Community Church.
WATD is proud to have been voted Best FM Radio Station by readers of South Shore Home, Life and Style magazine. And congratulations to Miles Heeger from Miles on Motorsports for winning Best Local Radio Personality, and Rob Hakala for winning the runner-up spot. Plus, the Bethany Builders Podcast picked up the Runners-Up Award for Best Local Podcast. Thank you from the South Shores Radio Station, 95.9 WATD.
Thank you indeed. It is 7:28 on the South Shores Morning News, 95.9 FM. Great to have you along this morning. Rob Hakala with the morning team. Mike Lindell. You know that name? That's the My Pillow guy. Has a court date today. This over a citizen's complaint over politics and pillows. ABC's Wayne Cabot reports.
The challenge is over pillows he gives away while campaigning for Minnesota governor. A citizen who saw him hand out pillows at a 4th of July parade complained that they have a monetary value of $34.95. An administrative law judge says it appears Lindell is violating state campaign laws. The pillows have campaign literature tucked inside. Lindell says he follows all guidelines to the T. Wayne Cabot, ABC News.
And again, he is combining his two passions, pillows and politics. It's Mike Lindell, the My Pillow guy. All right, 7:30 news coming up with Dan McCready. Right now, 7:29 WATD's traffic and weather on the 9s. And the ride on Route 3 on the northbound side, we had a little bit of a delay reported near, looked like a little slow near Long Pond Road in Plymouth. And then beyond there, you have some slowdowns up in the Braintree stretch as you make your way up from Route 18 up towards Union Street coming out of Weymouth. Northbound on the expressway, slow from Adams Street up towards Southampton Street. 495 southbound, a spin-out crash to watch out for before Route 24. 24 north, pockets, Route 27 in Brockton up to 139. And 128 northbound is busy from East Street up towards 109. We are looking at a decent ride at the Sagamore and Bourne bridges, not seeing any major delays, but it looks like we have a crash on 195, it could be affecting both sides of 195. I would say this is in the Wareham stretch, 195, close to the exit for 105 on 195. So expect delays there. South Shore weather, mostly cloudy. We'll have showers and embedded thunder showers. Some of the rain could be heavy at times, a high 79. Tonight, showers and thunder showers ending and then clearing late, a low 61. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, 83. 76 in Marshfield. Good morning, 7:30.
The South Shores Morning News on 95.9 FM WATD.
75 degrees outside of our South Shore studios at 7:30. Good morning. I'm Dan McCready, WATD News. And the news being brought to you by King Optical. Choose from thousands of custom frames or get replacement lenses crafted for your favorite pair of glasses. You can clearly see why they've been in business for over 70 years. Visit kingoptical.net. Crews have been called to the scene of a 2-alarm fire in Brockton. Norfolk County Control identified the address as 30 East Ashland Street. Stoughton and Whitman are both providing station coverage. At this time, there's no official word regarding any potential damage or injuries. A second teen has died as a result of a stolen car pursuit that ended in a crash in Abington. The Plymouth County District Attorney's Office says that a 16-year-old female died Thursday from her injuries. Her name has not been released. Authorities say that on Wednesday morning at around 7:45, an Abington police officer spotted a Hyundai Santa Fe that was reported stolen out of Brockton and tried to pull it over. Police say the SUV took off and drove through several streets at a high rate of speed before it left the road and crashed into a large tree at 877 Washington Street. One of the 5 occupants was ejected upon impact. Another occupant, 17-year-old Sebastian Hamilton of Weymouth, was pinned to the vehicle and died at the scene. The other teen sustained serious injuries. That incident remains under investigation. Day 4 in the Lindsay Clancy murder trial came to a close on Friday after a day of juror viewing and several testimonies. Jurors began the day by visiting the former Clancy home where all 3 murders took place. They also visited a CVS in Kingston and the restaurant 3V in Plymouth, where the defendant sent her then-husband Patrick Clancy while the children were being killed. Lindsay Clancy did not attend the jury view. Once court resumed, jurors heard testimony from 5 witnesses, including Officer Mark Anthony Maffeo, who described seeing Clancy at South Shore Hospital after her triple murder and nearly fatal fall.
She appeared sedated and unconscious with several lacerations to her arms and neck.
Maffeo told the prosecution what his role was.
I gathered, I believe they had been removed from the hospital staff. Clothing, pants, shirt, I believe it was a scarf, and wedding bands.
Lindsay Clancy has been charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder over the deaths of her children, 5-year-old Cora, 3-year-old Dawson, and 8-month-old Callan. She has pleaded not guilty. Court will resume this morning at 9 a.m. in Plymouth Superior Court. WATD News Time coming up on 7:34. More of the day's top stories still to come.
Harmful UVA, UVB sun rays are a bother. It's time to visit King Optical in Braintree for a new pair of sunglasses. Hi, I'm Dina from King Optical. The right prescription or even non-prescription sunglasses do make a difference. Come to King Optical and choose from traditional sunglasses, custom tinted, polarized lenses, or transitions lenses. We literally have thousands to choose from. At King Optical, we also offer walk-in express service. King Optical, 20 School Street West in Braintree, just off Washington Street and online at kingoptical.net.
WATD News Time, 7:34. News being brought to you by Cross Insurance. For all your home, auto, and business insurance needs, contact Cross Insurance on Ocean Street in Marshfield. There's been a great deal of graphic evidence being shown during the Lindsay Clancy trial. However, the media and the public haven't been allowed to see everything.
I would imagine that Judge Sullivan, who's presiding over this case, who is one of the most experienced and well-liked judges and well-respected judges in this county, probably had in mind that some of this material is highly inflammatory, and the risk that it could get played and replayed in the media and intentionally or unintentionally delivered to jurors outside of the courtroom and potentially impacting their ability to be fair and impartial was too high, and therefore I would suspect that was on his mind as he restricted the dissemination of this material.
Liam Scully, a criminal defense attorney with the law firm Scully and Lagos, tells WATD News the highly emotional nature of the case led to strong restrictions on media distribution of certain content.
It's very difficult. On the defense side, you want to really drain the emotion out of the case and put the attention of the emotion on your client, who you say is very, very mentally ill, and try to build sympathy for her mental illness, which is there, and take away the anger and the pain and the disgust of the actual crime that was alleged, and focus on also the medical aspect of the case, which can be very kind of tedious and detail-oriented. On the prosecution side, they will try to balance not inflaming the jury and not looking like they're trying to inflame the jury, but focusing on how bad it all was, which will be very emotional on the other end of the balancing scale.
Our entire interview with Liam Scully can be found on our website, 959watd.com. 2 drivers were seriously hurt in a head-on crash in Braintree. That crash occurred just before 4 Saturday morning near 555 Pond Street. Police say that officers had to remove one of the drivers from the wreckage, who was unconscious, and provided medical aid until firefighters and Brewster ambulance paramedics arrived. The driver was later med-flighted to a Boston hospital. The other driver was being treated at South Shore Hospital. Police say both SUVs had heavy front-end damage. That crash is under investigation. Eastern Washington state fires have burned 600 structures and forced the evacuation of 5,000 homes. Donna Warder reports.
Residents in 5,000 homes were forced to evacuate as wildfires remain uncontained in eastern Washington state. Some 600 homes, businesses, and other buildings have been destroyed. Wildfires have burned more than 8 square miles around Spokane and are among a dozen wildfires across the western U.S. The federal response team from California has been called in to help with the 3 Washington state blazes, and they're expecting wind gusts of at least 35 miles an hour Sunday. I'm Donna Warder.
Over 6,000 bicyclists made their way from Worcester to Provincetown this weekend in the annual Pan Mass Challenge that raised $79 million for cancer research. The 2-day event started on Saturday. This year, a new starting line was added at Holy Cross College in Wellesley. That is an 84-mile trek to the finish. The Worcester starting point is 100 miles to the Cape. WATD News Time 7:38. Traffic and weather on the 9s next.
No matter the season, extreme weather can impact the cost of homeowners insurance. Hi, this is Carol from Cross Insurance, with local offices in Braintree and Marshfield. Throughout the country, when weather events cause widespread damage, insurance carriers must cover the cost of increased claims and plan for future risks. In response, homeowners insurance rates may rise. Prepare your home for each season and work with Cross Insurance and Safety Insurance. We'll help you determine whether you qualify for any discounts or credits on your insurance premiums. With Cross Insurance and Safety Insurance, you'll have an experienced local agent in your corner and flexible coverage backed by Safety's fast and easy claims services. Plus, by combining your home and auto insurance together with Safety Insurance, you could potentially save up to 20%. Give us a call at 781-848-8600. That's Cross Insurance at 781-848-8600.
Now, WATD traffic and weather on the 9s.
And good morning. The time now is 7:39, and the ride on the expressway northbound that's jammed from Adams Street up towards Southampton Street. We're looking at about a 24 minute drive time from Braintree to Boston. Route 3 on the northbound side, some pockets from Route 18 to Union Street. Taking a look at Route 24, we're getting reports of a vehicle fire in the right lane. 24 on the northbound side. This would be in the area in Brockton near Route 27. And it's definitely jamming up there, so I suspect it is there. It looks like it's more in the stretch between 123 and Route 27, so expect delays as you make your way up along 24 on the northbound side after Route 123 in Brockton. That delay actually will be starting... Okay, no, it is. Okay, it's just north of Route 27, just north of Route 27 in Brockton, so the delay will be starting after 123. All right, that's 24 on the northbound side, tough with a vehicle fire. Also in 195, that crash has been confirmed. 195 east after 105 in Marion. Seeing delays in both directions on 195 there. And 128 northbound, reduced speeds from East Street up towards 109 in Dedham. Traffic on the 9s every morning. Traffic emergencies when they happen on WATD. Now the updated South Shore weather.
At the Blue Hill Observatory yesterday, the top temp was 83 degrees. That was just 1 degree above the normal high of 82. The average temperature for the month of July, 73 degrees. That was just a fraction of a degree above normal. We're not out of the wet woods just yet here across Greater Boston, the Metro South, and the South Shore. In fact, we could easily see another inch possibly another 2 inches of rain in some of the thundery downpours that will exist today. And we'll find some patchy areas of fog as well. The high temperature in the upper 70s. For tonight, we'll find another shower or thunderstorm around, some patchy areas of fog. Then later into the night, the sky should partially clear. The overnight low temperature close to 60. For your Tuesday, you can expect a good supply of sunshine from hilltop to seashore. The high temperature into the low 80s. Wednesday features clouds, some sun, maybe an isolated shower, the high near 80, and Thursday's mostly sunny with highs in the mid-80s. Next weather in just 10 minutes. For WATD, I'm meteorologist Josh Nichols.
75 degrees at the weather station WATD. I'm Dan McCready at 7:42. The South Shore's morning news continues now on 95.9 WATD.
Dan, thanks so much. The South Shore's morning news rolls on. Rob Hakala with the morning team. We'll have a giveaway coming up in just a few minutes. Dan, we're going to give away some tickets for a show coming to Marshfield. I'm going to tell you about that in just a moment. We did get a text from Matt from Weymouth that wanted to text in. He wondered if we could do a special message in honor of his mom, who passed away in February of 2013. But he did want to say that he misses her so much. And yesterday would have been her birthday.
Oh.
Yesterday would have been her birthday, August 2nd. He says she passed away in February 2013 at the age of 75. And that seems so young.
Yes, it does.
75 to lose your mom. And Matt from Weymouth, we are going to do a special message there for your mom. Absolutely. Yeah. So we wanted to make sure we read that. Well, so back by popular demand, Dan, I just got the word from the Marshfield Kiwanis Club that the Marshfield Elks... Oh, hold on there. Is that Stephen Michael Palmer? Hey, Stephen Michael Palmer, how are you? Oh, come on in here.
Lots of muffins for you.
Oh, wow. Hold on a second, Dan. We've got Stephen Michael Palmer here.
Ah, yes.
God bless America.
God bless America.
Indeed.
How are you? What brings you by? How you doing?
I'm going to be getting a promo for the Center for Active Living.
Oh, okay. Center for Active Living. Okay. That'll be great. The CAL, as they call it in Plymouth.
Tomorrow?
Sure. Yeah. You around?
What time you get up?
I will be off the air at 10 a.m.
I'll be here.
All right. I will see you tomorrow.
All right.
Thank you. That's Stephen Michael Palmer from Plymouth coming in there. Thank you, Stephen.
America.
God bless America. And there he
Indeed.
goes.
God bless America.
Okay. This is live radio.
Yes, it is. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Okay, where am I? By the way, he did drop off some muffins, Dan. Let me just see. Okay, hold on a second. Dan, are you there? Can you see?
I'm here. Rob is right now in the process of getting the muffins, if you can see on the YouTube channel. Where are the muffins from, Rob?
The muffins, I'm going to give a little show. Can you see? This is great. Like, I'm just doing the show, and he walks in. This is great. Stephen Michael Palmer always loves talking to me, usually when the news is not on. So let me just see here. Okay, these are from Stephen Michael Palmer. It's written on the box, in case you don't know. And they're from the Blueberry Muffin, which is great. Cedarville, Kingston, and the Pine Hills. I forget which one he gets, but the muffins are great. Let's open these up here, Dan. Okay.
Oh, wow. That's quite a variety there.
Yeah. So these are very good. Very good there. Oh, Stephen Michael Palmer. Thank you so much for these muffins, Dan. I'll leave those out there for you to pick whatever you want, okay?
Yeah, since we get here early, I figure we get the most.
Yeah, we do. I mean, since nobody
The
else
early
here.
bird gets the muffin, as they
The
would
early
say.
bird gets the muffin, exactly as the old slogan goes. All right, so let's see. What did I want to do? Oh, the giveaway. Yes. Okay, so here we go. We have the Marshfield Kiwanis Club is having a great show backed by popular demand. The entertainer and impressionist Jimmy Keys is appearing.
Okay.
Sunday, August 9th. It's going to be a big show. It's 2 p.m. and the tickets say it includes munchies. And thank you for supporting the Kiwanis charities.
Munchies.
All right? Yeah. So I mean, maybe it's a little snack or something like that. They just want to make sure it's not a full sit-down meal, but you'll get some munchies. I mean, the main thing is, again, you go and you support the Kiwanis and you have a good time at the Marshfield Elks Hall, 1321 Ocean Street in Marshfield. And so they were kind enough to give away tickets, because I think the tickets normally are like up to $70. I think they've come down to $50, but, you know, this is a great show. It's Jimmy Keys. He is an entertainer that performs all around the world. He's a British guy, right, Dan?
I believe so.
I think he does a good Elton John. Let's listen to a little bit of the...
Oh, he can play the piano well, too.
Yeah.
You're about to meet a man who has entertained some of the biggest names in show business. You are about to enter the world of Jimmy Keys, a world of laughter, music, and visual impressions. From Las Vegas to Bermuda, from Bangkok to New Zealand, he is truly an international entertainer.
My impressions are basically visual impressions of the people, and that's what I try and get across, you know, the character of the person I'm doing with the wigs and the costumes.
Hey kids, shake it loose together, the spotlight's hitting sun, been known to change the weather, but can you feel the love tonight, it is where we are.
All right, I think it's good. It sounds like it's going to be a fun show. All right, so
Indeed.
Sunday, August 9th at 2, Jimmy Keys, back by popular demand. So if you want to go, we're going to give away tickets. Dan, pick a number between 5 and 15, and we're going to open up the phone lines. You'll need to call for this, so call 781-837-4900, and we'll hook you up with the tickets to see Jimmy Keys coming up on this Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday, August 9th. Dan, what caller do you want
I'm
to
going to
take?
go right in the middle. And you could pick a nice even 10.
All right, caller 10 right now gets those tickets at 781-837-4900. Caller 10, 781-837-4900. Caller 10, and you get the tickets to see Jimmy Keys Sunday, August 9th at 2 p.m. at the Marshfield Elks Hall, 1321 Ocean Street in Marshfield. Good luck. Caller 10 wins those tickets.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card, so let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
You bought an RV, and you got an automatic discount from Progressive by bundling it with your home or auto insurance. That's great, but a serious word of warning every RVer should heed. You don't need to talk about things like dry weight or dump stations. And you don't need one of those expensive water filter straws either, because the most extreme thing most RVers encounter is a campsite without hookups. So just enjoy yourself and Progressive's automatic discount when you bundle your RV, boat, or motorcycle with your home or auto insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
Hello, I'm Garrett from Bryanville Community Church. We'd like to invite you to join us for our second annual Rummage and Bag Sale on Saturday, August 8th, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Bryanville Community Church, 546 Matakeesit Street in Pembroke, Mass. You can fill a small bag for $5 or a large bag for $10. Some clothing, glassware, and dishes will be available and priced separately. For more information, you can find us on Facebook at Bryanville Community Church.
Working from home? Stay connected to what's happening on the South Shore by listening to WATD on your smart speaker device. Just say, play WATD.
And a congratulations is going out to Jimmy from Rockland. Congratulations, Jimmy. You are a correct caller, caller 10. And so you win a pair of tickets to see Jimmy Keys at the Marshfield Elks Hall on Sunday, August 9th at 2 p.m. And again, that's courtesy of the Marshfield Kiwanis. Time now, let's get back out to the roads. WATD's traffic and weather, and taking a look at the ride this morning along the expressway northbound. That's heavy from Adams Street up towards Southampton Street. Route 3 on the northbound side. We're looking at a pretty decent ride this morning. Not too bad. Just some pockets after Route 18 up into Braintree. The southbound side of Route 3 looks okay at the Sagamore. 24 on the northbound side is jamming up from 123 in Brockton to a vehicle fire. 24 northbound taking out the right lanes. 24 north after Route 27 in Brockton, so that's a tough ride through there. And not too bad on 128 as you make your way up through Dedham and Needham. Traffic on the 9s. Every morning, traffic emergencies when they happen on WATD. Now the updated South Shore weather. And meteorologist Josh Nichols with the South Shore's most accurate and dependable weather. And it's being sponsored by the South Shore Gutter Monkeys this time around. South Shore Gutter Monkeys. Experience exceptional care for your home with professional gutter cleaning, repair, and installation services. Contact South Shore Gutter Monkeys for a free estimate today.
Definitely be prepared to dodge some raindrops across Greater Boston, the Metro South, and the South Shore here for today. We'll find some scattered showers and some thundery downpours as well. The potential is there for 1 to 2 inches of rainfall, a high temperature into the mid-70s, and the breeze will be gusty at times coming in out of the south. Clouds will dominate for tonight, and then later into the night the sky should clear, but there should be some scattered showers and thundery downpours early on. The overnight low temperature near 60. Much better for the day on Tuesday with an ample amount of sunshine from hilltop to seashore. The high in the low 80s. We'll look for an ample amount of sunshine for Wednesday as well, although there could be an isolated shower early on, the high near 80. Next weather in just 10 minutes. For WATD, I'm meteorologist Josh Nichols.
Thanks, Josh. Right now, outside our studio, 76 in Marshfield at the weather station, WATD.
I'm Bobby Downspout of the South Shore Gutter Monkeys, and today we recognize another group of everyday American heroes, the South Shore Gutter Monkey Office Crew.
Ain't no I in office crew.
Actually, yes there is.
My bad.
These swivel chair jockeys are a triage team of first responders to bad weather. So when Mother Nature is at her worst, these adorable apes are at their best. With superhuman-like skills, they perform those underappreciated tasks, answering phone calls, booking appointments, and giving free estimates right over the phone.
Oh, yeah.
And when the South Shore Gutter Monkey crews return from their daily work schedule, those curators of the cubicles rise to the tasks of filing, accounts receivables, and ledger entries.
Not all heroes wear capes.
To converse with one of these paper-pushing primates, call the South Shore Gutter Monkeys at 508-477-9100.
Now write that number down.
Or visit SouthShoreGutterMonkeys.com.
Take it, Johnny.
No monkeys were harmed in the making of this commercial.
7:54, a quick update on sports. It was a win for the Red Sox last night in L.A., and the Sox beat the Dodgers 8-4 to complete a 3-game sweep of the Dodgers. The Red Sox are off tonight. Tomorrow, they begin a 3-game series against the Chicago White Sox tomorrow night at 7:10. That's our quick update on sports.
Few make it big in motorsports, but the real reward for most is the joy of competition. I'm Miles Heeger. The excitement and danger of motorsports are the reasons drivers love to race and why fans keep showing up. Join me and my guests each week as we discuss the local short tracks while also sharing opinions and insight on the National Series. Tune in to Miles on Motorsports, Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. here on 95.9 WATD.
7:55 on the South Shore's Morning News, and doesn't it seem like everything comes with added or extra protein? We hear more about that from ABC's Mike Dubusky.
One last thing. Protein has been having a moment. You walk down any grocery store aisle, and sure, you'll see protein bars, protein shakes, the normal stuff. But in the last year, you might have also come across protein chips, protein cereals, even protein ramen noodles and Pop-Tarts.
I'm all in.
on protein.
That's Khloe Kardashian advertising her protein popcorn brand, Cloud. Head down the street to the local coffee spot and they might serve you a protein latte. Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts both have protein-rich options on the menu now. And that's no accident, especially when you look at Americans' recent tastes. The International Food Information Council found last year that high-protein diets were the most popular type of diet for the third year in a row. 70% of Americans say they try to get protein into their diets in some way.
I think as many people are aware, there's sort of a general idea that protein is beneficial.
That's Dudley Lamming, a pathologist and biomedical researcher at the University of Wisconsin. And he says it makes some degree of sense why more people are going big on protein all of a sudden, especially when you consider who often eats a lot of protein.
We are thinking about people who, over the last 20 or 30 years have been really trying to supplement their diet with a lot of protein. People like athletes and bodybuilders.
But according to a new review led by Lamming, protein may be a little more nuanced than we're thinking. He and his researchers referenced over 350 different scientific studies involving protein's effect on humans, mice, and other organisms.
Studies that have been published and the analyses for those have been published showing that people who are eating lower protein diets tend to have reduced rates of diabetes, cancer, cardiovascular disease.
He even saw one study that examined a pair of twins and found the twin that was eating less protein was actually at a lower risk of muscle loss when aging, what's known as sarcopenia. Now, Lamming says this all goes back to two of the amino acids that make up protein. According to this research, reducing isoleucine and valine may correspond to a reduced risk of these negative health outcomes. Now you might hear that and think, okay, great, I'll just try to avoid eating stuff that has those two amino acids in it. Well, not so fast.
How do I avoid isoleucine or valine? Well, you can't. It's in every protein source.
But Lamming says there is an upside here. Most of the negative health effects that come along with a high-protein diet also correspond to what he calls a sedentary lifestyle. The solution to our protein problems may just be more movement.
So in the context of a sedentary population, or in our animal research, sedentary animals, they're just, hanging around a cage. What we think is that those animals, if they're eating more protein, that's negative. And in the other context, we think that high protein diets are fine and indeed promote strength and muscle growth, but only in the context of exercise.
In other words, having a bag of protein popcorn really makes the most sense if you go for a run after, according to Lamming. It's a balance, and it's one researchers are still figuring out.
I think one of the key things to think about is that, it's still somewhat early days in sort of piecing this apart to try and understand exactly what the best dietary composition in terms of, protein sources, and then matching that to all the other factors that are relevant, including exercise levels.
So let's say you're going to ease up on the protein this week. Lamming tells me the Mediterranean diet is a good example of a lower protein diet. It's come in and out of fashion over the years, but the basic idea is that you mostly eat foods found in and around the Mediterranean Sea. That means a lot of fish, fruits and vegetables, nuts, olive oil, and come to think of it, it is tomato season. So, Greek salad, anyone?
Thank you. That's Mike Dubusky. It is 7:59. Traffic and weather in the nines. Vehicle fire 24 north after Route 27 in the right lane. You're back to 123 in Brockton. Northbound Expressway, heavy Adams Street to Andrews Square, and Route 3, pockets Route 18 to Union Street. Heavy rain today, showers, thunder showers, a high 79. 76 at 8.
This is the South Shores radio station, WATD FM Marshfield. And on your smart speaker, say play WATD. WATD.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. Oil prices falling this morning after President Trump says he is pausing major attacks on Iran to allow for negotiations. But Iran's foreign minister this morning says there are no ongoing talks with the U.S. More from ABC's Alex Perche in Washington.
There are two major sticking points for the U.S. It's that the Strait of Hormuz be open, and also Iran give up its nuclear ambitions. And frankly, you're hearing from the foreign minister who's saying that things won't return to the way they were before February 28th with the Strait of Hormuz.
The acting attorney general, Todd Blanche, issuing orders overnight. One of them limits the scope of the immunity against IRS audits for President Trump and his family. The other formally ends the anti-weaponization fund. Both were were concerns raised by senators blocking Todd Blanche's nomination for the Attorney General job. Another day of no flying for one of Canada's biggest airlines, WestJet, grounded by a strike by flight attendants. This is ABC News. She's been in the movies and she's been on stage constantly, but when her tour is over, Ariana Grande says she's leaving the spotlight for a while.
A representative for the 33-year-old says Grande will take a break after her tour wraps in London next month, saying she looks forward to finishing the tour and ending it on a high note, both healthily and happily, and then taking a much-deserved break from public-facing work and appearances, which has led to endless ongoing public scrutiny.
ABC's Hannah Battah. The MyPillow guy, Mike Lindell, has a court date today.
The challenge is over pillows he gives away while campaigning for Minnesota governor. A citizen who saw him hand out pillows at a 4th of July parade complained that they have a monetary value of $34.95. An administrative law judge says it appears Lindell is violating state campaign laws. The pillows have campaign literature tucked inside. Lindell says he follows all guidelines to the T. Wayne Cabot, ABC News.
I'm Sherry Preston, ABC News.
News, weather,
traffic. 95.9 WATD.
959WATD.com.
75 degrees outside of our South Shore studios at 8:02. Good morning. I'm Dan McCready, WATD News. And the news being brought to you by Cape Cod 5, passionate about supporting the financial wellness of individuals, families, and businesses across southeastern Massachusetts. Visit their new location on Commerce Way in Plymouth today. Halifax police are investigating a fatal motorcycle crash. The accident happened on Elm Street just after 9 o'clock last night. The motorcycle reportedly struck a tree. The motorcyclist's name has not yet been released. Elm Street from Furnace Street to Pond Street was closed for several hours as police investigated what led up to that crash. WATD News Time, 8:03. More of the day's top stories still to come.
At Cape Cod 5, we know that strong businesses create strong communities. That's why we're committed to being more than just a bank. We're a trusted financial partner dedicated to helping businesses of all sizes thrive. Whether it's a local business looking for its first loan, a family-owned business planning for the next generation, or an expanding company seeking new opportunities, we provide the financial solutions and personalized support to fuel success. Reach out to us. We're here to help. CapeCod5.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 401717.
WATD News Time, 8:03. News being brought to you by The Clean Team. The Clean Team provides carpet cleaning, upholstery cleaning, and tile and grout cleaning. They also clean Oriental rugs and area rugs in their facility in Kingston. Learn more at thecleanteam.net. Pembroke firefighters rescued a kayaker from a pond yesterday morning. Fire officials say that just before 11, a kayak overturned on Silver Lake Pond at Little Brook Road with a person hanging on. Firefighters launched their rescue boat and made their way out to the kayaker, who was brought to shore to be evaluated. That person was not hurt. The Quincy Fire Department has purchased new firefighter apparel that does not contain a cancer-causing toxin. WATD's Tom Gorman has the details.
Quincy firefighters are being outfitted with new PFAS-free personal protective gear. During a press conference, Fire Chief Gary Smith says the city invested $2.6 million to purchase the new helmets, coats, and boots that are manufactured without the cancer-causing PFAS chemical.
In total, our city has invested in 810 sets of non-PFAS personal protective equipment to ensure the health and wellness to all of our firefighters. Our new non-PFAS gear provides the best protection available to our firefighters from fire and all the related dangers and hazards they face. It's more than simply replacing the equipment. It reflects our commitment to using the best available technology to safeguard the long-term health of every single firefighter who serves our great city.
Quincy Firefighters Association President Tom Bowes says the new gear is replacing equipment purchased in 2018 that was supposed to be PFAS-free.
For years we've been lied to, and if we didn't now have the ability to test our gear, none of us would have known. Who would have thought that the same gear that we have purchased to protect us now sits in evidence bags, locked up in the evidence room at the police station for an upcoming lawsuit? Mind-blowing that companies would do that to America's first responders.
The new gear was tested for any cancer-causing toxins.
Moving forward, we will always trust but verify, meaning we will always test the gear now that the testing is readily available. When this gear came in last Tuesday, we immediately picked 4 random sets and sent it out to Indiana for testing. A big thanks to the Quincy Fire Cancer Foundation. I know Sean and Sean are here today for all they've done. They've paid for all the testing for the turnout gear. Mr. Mayor, Chief Smith, I'm happy to report I received a testing report on those 4 sets of gear yesterday afternoon. All pieces tested have tested for less than levels of detection of PFAS, meaning there is less than 5 parts per million in the gear, probably none at all. It's clean. We finally did it.
The city is suing the manufacturer of the gear purchased in 2018, alleging the company assured Quincy fire officials the equipment did not contain PFAS. A new law takes effect next year that bans PFAS in the manufacture of firefighter protective equipment. Tom Gorman, WATD News.
Over 6,000 bicyclists made their way from Worcester to Provincetown this weekend in the annual Pan Mass Challenge that raised $79 million for cancer research. The 2-day event started on Saturday. This year, a new starting line was added at Holy Cross College in Wellesley that is an 84-mile trek to the finish. The Worcester starting point is 100 miles to the Cape. Each rider raises money to participate, and the funds are donated to the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute through the Jimmy Fund. The event started in 1980 by Billy Starr, several years after his mother contracted melanoma. The first challenge drew 36 riders and raised over $10,000. The event is now the largest athletic fundraiser in the country, having raised over $1 billion for cancer research. An outdoor water ban is in effect for Abington and Rockland. The Abington and Rockland Joint Waterworks says that the Massachusetts EPA issued a water supply emergency declaration on Friday because of low levels in water supply reservoirs. All outdoor watering is prohibited, including the watering and irrigation of lawn and gardens, and the filling of swimming pools, along with washing of driveways and patios. Residents are asked to conserve water indoors where possible. More information is available on the Abington and Rockland Joint Waterworks website. WATD News Time coming up on 8:08. Traffic and weather on the 9s next.
Hi, I'm Rachel. And I'm Sarah. From the Clean Team. Our grandparents started the Clean Team in 1983.
The Clean Team covers the entire South Shore, traveling as far as Foxborough, Milton, and Cape Cod.
They deep clean carpets, upholstery, and wood floors in your home or office, and your bathrooms will shine after the Clean Team cleans the tile and grout in your shower and removes the soap scum from your shower glass.
The Clean Team even provides service calls for those times when your dog has an accident on your family room carpet or when you spill a cup of coffee on your favorite chair.
Oriental rugs, area rugs, and outdoor cushions can be cleaned at the Clean Teams facility in Kingston. Just drop off your rugs or cushions anytime, Monday through Friday.
Or call the office at 781-585-4678 for pickup and delivery. Go to thecleanteam.net for more info and to see before and after pictures.
Call the Clean Team.
Now, WATD traffic and weather on the 9s.
All right, good morning. It is 8:09 and taking a look at the ride this morning. Still dealing with some tough spots. Route 24, we had an earlier car fire at 24 North after Route 27 in Brockton. The fire is extinguished. We had some activity, though, in the right lanes. Traffic was squeezing over to the left, and the delays start prior to 123 in Brockton. So a very tough ride, about a mile before 123, and it continues up past Route 27 with cleanup from that earlier car fire. North of Route 27 in Brockton. Route 3 northbound, reduced speeds up through the Braintree area. Southbound, not too bad at the Sagamore. 25 east is okay at the Bourne. The expressway northbound slowing down around Adams Street East Milton. It's busy from there up towards Columbia Road. And not seeing any big delays along Route 44 between Plymouth and Middleborough. Traffic on the 9s every morning. Traffic emergencies when they happen on WATD. Now the updated South Shore weather.
Definitely be prepared to dodge some raindrops across Greater Boston, the Metro South, and the South Shore here for today. We'll find some scattered showers and some thundery downpours as well. The potential is there for 1 to 2 inches of rainfall. A high temperature into the mid-70s, and the breeze will be gusty at times coming in out of the south. Clouds will dominate for tonight, And then later into the night, the sky should clear, but there should be some scattered showers and thundery downpours early on. The overnight low temperature near 60. Much better for the day on Tuesday with an ample amount of sunshine from hilltop to seashore. The high in the low 80s. We'll look for an ample amount of sunshine for Wednesday as well, although there could be an isolated shower early on, the high near 80. Next weather in just 10 minutes. For WATD, I'm meteorologist Josh Nichols.
75 degrees at the weather station WATD. I'm Dan McCready at 8:11. The South Shore's morning news continues now on 95.9 WATD.
The South Shore's morning news rolls on. I'm Rob Hakala with the morning team. Thanks for being with us on the radio, 95.9 FM, everywhere on the Audacy app, and the YouTube feed is up as well. WATD Radio on YouTube. You can watch the show live. WATD Radio on YouTube. All right, so during the news at 8 o'clock, Dan is reading the news, and I am at the catwalk from the second floor, and I'm yelling down to the lobby. I'm saying, Colby, is Colby Loria there? Well, Colby Loria was not in the lobby. He is on the phone. Colby, good morning.
Good morning, Rob. I'm getting in the car right now. I'm heading over.
No, we got you, Colby. Now, we wanted to get you on. Colby Loria is with us today. He is the guy behind, and you've seen some of the signs, I'm sure, already, for the Marsh Vegas Festival, marshvegasfest.com. And it's coming up at the Marshfield Fairgrounds, Colby, right this weekend.
Correct.
Yeah, tell us about the story behind you coming up with this event. What led to this, Colby? Tell us about the background.
Yeah, of course. Marsh Vegas Festival started in 2024 on the Marshfield Town Green. And it started off with 4 Marshfield High School acts. We had around 400 people our first year. Then last year, we brought in some bigger talent to the Town Green. Had around 1,000 people. And this year, we're going big, moving up to the fairgrounds Saturday, August 8th.
Wow. So it's grown over the years, Colby. I mean, how exciting is that to see the passion for something that started out very locally on the Town Green has grown? There really has been something to really bring people into town, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's kudos to the community, Marshfield, all the neighboring towns, really supportive overall, and couldn't be more excited for this Saturday.
Yeah, so give us the details here about what happens Saturday at the Marshfield Fairgrounds. What time does the event run, and what do people need to get in?
Yep, so the event starts Saturday. It starts at noon. Gates will open at 12 p.m. and it'll run till around 7 p.m. Tickets are $20 for an adult and $10 for kids. I think it's one of the most affordable and accessible music festivals on the South Shore. And what you can expect is 7 performers, including some of the South Shore's biggest names like Kristen Merlin, Nate Ramos, Overserved Again. Big names. And yeah, I am.
You are pumped, and I know, Colby, you've been very busy, and we appreciate you taking some time because you put everything you have into this effort. Tell us also about something that has really taken off, that's gotten a lot of attention. I know you got the video on there from Channel 5, right? The Lemonade Wars. Tell us about the Lemonade Wars.
Yeah, Lemonade Wars is our signature event at Marsh Vegas Festival. Essentially how it goes is we're going to have 18 kid lemonade stands, and they're all competing against one another for scholarship prizes. The first place is going to get $1,000, second place $500, third place $250. It's my favorite competition. It's my favorite thing I've ever done because these kids, when there's money in that line, and money means a lot at that age, they go crazy for these lemonade stands. And it's really cool to bring your kids because it's different from a regular festival because they're able to see examples set for them of what it looks like when you put your all into being creative and entrepreneurial. And that's the purpose of the festival.
That's so fun. What a great thing. It's such a positive. I mean, this is really a positive community event, right? I mean, talk about grassroots, Colby. It doesn't get more local than this.
We're trying our best. It's all kudos to the community. Again, it's not possible without them allowing me to post in the Marshfield Forum 24/7, being supportive. I love Marshfield.
That's great. MarshVegasFest.com. There'll be shops, food, games, music, the Lemonade Wars, and it all starts at noontime, you said, on Saturday?
Yep. Gates open at 12 p.m. We're now 5 days away.
I know.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
I know. I can't believe it. So it's Monday, and this thing is this Saturday, right? Are you ready?
I'm as ready as I can be. I'm very excited.
This will be great. Well, people can get all the details right on the website. It's got a lot of information there. MarshVegasFest.com. You can get more about the tickets and all the information that you need to know, and you can watch the videos and see some of the things from past years, right?
Absolutely. You're saying it best. MarshVegasFest.com. All the tickets are right there.
Oh, that's great. Well, Colby, anything else you wanted to make sure you tell everybody listening this morning about the festival?
Oh, our slogan for the festival could be cool. It is a festival designed for kids to be exceptional. At this festival, we have 50-plus kids under 8th grade who are setting up shop one way or another, whether it's selling lemonade, bracelets, whether it's selling 3D art, because we also have a kid vendor market. So it's a really cool event to just bring your family to, not just for the live music, but for the chance to be inspired.
Oh, that's great. I do like that, the young entrepreneurs and that spirit. So that sounds great, Colby. Well, we want people to come out and attend this event, and we know they will. MarshVegasFest.com. Welcome to Marsh Vegas. It's happening at the Marshfield Fairgrounds on Saturday, August 8th. Gates open up at noon, MarshVegasFest.com, and we've been chatting with the organizer and the man that founded it all, Colby Loria. Colby, thank you so much for being on today, and I'm glad we could squeeze you in, okay?
Yeah, thank you so much. Rob, I'm pulling up right now. Am I have time to speak with you in a few minutes? Are you busy?
No, you can come into the station, yeah, and we do have... feel free to come up here, Colby, and we'll get you. Maybe you can wave to the YouTube audience as well. So come on up. That's Colby Loria. And thank you, Colby. I'll see you soon here at Broadcast House.
See you soon.
All right,
so much.
Thank you. There's Colby Loria checking in about the Marsh Vegas Fest. And again, you can get the details on their website, MarshVegasFest.com. All right, it's 8:19. Back out to the roads. WATD traffic and weather. We update it every 10 minutes. And the ride on 24 is still jammed from an earlier vehicle fire, but all lanes are opened up now. 24 north after Route 27 in Brockton. You're back before 123. Route 3, some slow spots after Route 18 up into Braintree. Southbound, we had a little bit of a delay after 139. We're also seeing some delays now. Route 3 northbound in the work zone. The lane shift near Route 14 in Duxbury. The expressway northbound is heavy and slow from Adams Street up towards Andrews Square. Traffic on the 9s every morning. Traffic emergencies when they happen on WATD. Now the updated South Shore weather. All right, let's get the details now from meteorologist Josh Nichols with the South Shore's most accurate and dependable weather. It's sponsored by Mutual of Omaha and David Tortolot. You know, if you want to talk about reverse mortgages, this is the guy to talk to. David Tortolot, your local reverse mortgage specialist. Contact David Tortolot today at 617-797-3277.
Definitely be prepared to dodge some raindrops across Greater Boston, the Metro South, and the South Shore here for today. We'll find some scattered showers and some thundery downpours as well. The potential is there for 1 to 2 inches of rainfall. High temperature into the mid-70s, and the breeze will be gusty at times coming in out of the south. Clouds will dominate for tonight, and then later into the night, the sky should clear. but there should be some scattered showers and thundery downpours early on. The overnight low temperature near 60. Much better for the day on Tuesday with an ample amount of sunshine from hilltop to seashore. The high in the low 80s. We'll look for an ample amount of sunshine for Wednesday as well, although there could be an isolated shower early on, the high near 80. Next weather in just 10 minutes. For WATD, I'm meteorologist Josh Nichols.
Thanks, Josh. Right now, outside our studio in Marshfield, 77 degrees. At the weather station, WATD. I'm talking with David Tortolato, local certified reverse mortgage professional from Mutual of Omaha Reverse Mortgage. David, if someone is 62 or older and wants to stay in their home long term, what should they be aware of when comparing a reverse mortgage to all other mortgages?
Rob, I'm asked this question a lot when I meet with families. A reverse mortgage is the only home mortgage that allows the borrower to be in full control of how they pay the loan back.
Wow. So what you're saying, David, is even though principal and interest payments aren't required on reverse mortgages, it's okay if someone wants to make one?
That's correct, Rob. Payments are allowed on reverse mortgages in any amount at any time. But on regular mortgages, monthly payments are due every month without exception.
Call 617-797-3277. NMLS number 46902. Lender NMLS number 1025894. Equal housing lender. Borrower must occupy home as primary residence and remain current on property taxes, homeowners insurance, the cost of home maintenance, and any HOA fees. $8:22, time now for WATD Sports. Good morning, I'm Rob Hakala. Well, it was a win for the Red Sox last night, and with the win, the Red Sox sweep the Dodgers. That's right, sweep the Dodgers.
Swing and a miss, struck him out 97, and the Red Sox have swept the Dodgers, and Boston continues their winning ways.
I'll tell you, the Red Sox are just, they're just at another level right now, and there's no question that they have found something.
That's the call on ESPN Radio as the Red Sox beat the Dodgers 8-4 in Sunday Night Baseball to sweep the three-game series. Don Raffaello homered for the third straight game. The Red Sox are off tonight, and then it's a return to Fenway tomorrow night when they begin a three-game series against the Chicago White Sox at 7:10. And women's professional soccer, the Boston Legacy played to a 1-1 tie against the Summit in Denver last night. That's your update on sports.
Are you struggling with your payroll service, caught in an endless loop of AI, customer service turnover, and bad hold music? Recently, a business owner who came over to us had 5 payroll reps in 12 months. That's incredible. If that sounds too familiar, you don't have a payroll service, you have payroll software with tech support. Hi, I'm Larry Drago, owner of BizChecks Payroll. And as a small business owner on the Cape and South Shore for 30 years, I personally know that you have more important things to do than wait on hold or explain your question to 3 different people. At BizChecks, you deal with the same local payroll expert each and every payroll. Our payroll specialists average more than 9 years on the job. Many of our employers have worked with the same payroll specialists for over 10 years. And our local tax department guarantees that your taxes are paid on time, every time, and is always available to answer your tax questions.
If you would like to begin working with a company that truly cares about your success, call BizChecks Payroll today or go to bizcheckspayroll.com.
95.9 WATD, the South Shore's Morning News. Rob Hakala with the morning team, coming to you from the WATD Coastal Heritage Bank studios. Coastal Heritage Bank, growing together, community-focused, locally trusted since 1889. Coastal Heritage Bank. All right, we'll get a check of traffic and weather coming up on the 9s, but right now, as we do on Monday mornings, CBS's Steve Hartman on the road.
To Jude Kofi of Aurora, Colorado, this surprise was music to his eyes. As we first reported back in 2023, the piano was gifted by a stranger. A year and a half earlier, Jude's dad heard a noise coming from the basement. There was an old keyboard down there, but no one knew how to play it. Certainly not his then 9-year-old autistic son, Jude. promised to tune it for the rest of his life, and even paid for Jude to get professional lessons. Did you learn anything from the lessons, or did you teach the instructor?
I learned a lot, like reading music.
So you can read music now?
Yeah.
Since we first told his story, Jude, who's now 14, has appeared on talk shows and performed around the world, most recently in Saudi Arabia. He also has an album out. And again, all made possible by that selfless stranger, who isn't a stranger anymore.
Hi, it's Jim Curran of the Wealth and Wellbeing Show, brought to you by Cape Cod 5. Please join us tomorrow night from 6:15 to 7 on 95.9 WATD. By demystifying personal finance concepts, from building a budget to estate planning and everything in between, we'll give you the knowledge to start feeling more confident with your money, wherever you are in your financial journey. That's the Wealth and Wellbeing Show, tomorrow night at 6:15 on 95.9 WATD and 95.9WATD.com.
And we did want to do a couple of special shout-outs today for some of our listeners on the text line. And you can text the show. It comes right into the studio. Send your text to 781-837-4900. 781-837-4900. The text line is sponsored by Auto Shine Auto Body in Abington and Braintree. We did want to do a special salute today to Matt's mom. Matt from Weymouth said, could you do a special message for my mom? Her birthday would have been yesterday. And Matt is missing his mom, Sylvia. She passed away in February 2013. She was just 75 years old. He says, love you, Mom. And he misses her very much. That's Matt from Weymouth. And a special message for his mom's birthday. It would have been yesterday, August 2nd, Sylvia. And we also have Beth from Marshfield that checked in. Good morning. I'd like to wish my brother Kurt Lincoln a happy 50th birthday today. For Beth's brother Kurt Lincoln, he is a Marshfield lieutenant firefighter. He's a wonderful father of 3, and I hope his day is as special as he is. That's Beth from Marshfield for her brother, Kurt Lincoln. Happy birthday. All right, the 8:30 news is coming up. Dan McCready, top stories. And next half hour, Hingham Civic Music Theater. Their production of Mean Girls opens up on Friday. We'll tell you all about it next half hour. 8:29, traffic and weather on the 9s. And the expressway northbound is heavy Adams Street up towards Southampton Street. 24 is slow through Brockton. From 123 to Route 27 from an earlier vehicle fire. Route 3 northbound, we had some slowdowns up after Route 18 up into Braintree. Not too bad at the Sagamore and Bourne bridges. South Shore weather, mostly cloudy. We'll have showers and thunderstorms, and some of those are going to be heavy at times, so be prepared for localized flooding or strong thunderstorms. 79 for the high tonight, early rain, and then clearing late, a low down to 61. 77 in Marshfield at 8:30.
The South Shore's Morning News on 95.9 FM WATD.
77 degrees outside of our South Shore studios at 8:30. Good morning. I'm Dan McCready, WATD News. And the news being brought to you by Tiny & Sons Glass. His boys do a good job. 1-888-64-TINIES. Crews have been called to the scene of a 2-alarm fire in Brockton. Norfolk County Control identified the address as 30 East Ashland Street. Stoughton and Whitman both provided station coverage. At this time, there's no official word regarding any potential damage or injuries. A second teen has died as a result of a stolen car pursuit that ended in a crash in Abington. The Plymouth County District Attorney's Office says that a 16-year-old female died Thursday from her injuries. Her name has not been released. Authorities say that on Wednesday morning around 7:45, an Abington police officer spotted a Hyundai Santa Fe that was reported stolen out of Brockton and tried to pull it over. Police say the SUV took off and drove through several streets at a high rate of speed before it left the road and crashed into a large tree at 877 Washington Street. One of the 5 occupants was ejected upon impact. Another occupant, a 17-year-old Sebastian Hamilton of Weymouth, was pinned in the vehicle and died at the scene. The other teen sustained serious injuries. The incident remains under investigation. 2 drivers were seriously hurt in a head-on crash in Braintree. That crash occurred just before Sunday morning at 4 o'clock near 555 Pond Street. Police say officers had to remove one of the drivers from the wreckage, who was unconscious, and provided medical aid until firefighters and Brewster ambulance paramedics arrived. The driver was later med-flighted to a Boston hospital, the other driver being treated at South Shore Hospital. Police say both SUVs had heavy front-end damage. The crash is under investigation. Experts in mental health expected to testify for both the defense and prosecution as the Lindsay Clancy trial continues.
Going to emerge, I think, is ultimately a battle of the experts. Somewhere on the witness list, the defense lawyer, Kevin Reddington, has an expert that's going to come in and give an opinion that's going to support his argument 100%. That she's not criminally responsible, that she meets the insanity defense, as we call it, frequently. And the Commonwealth, the prosecutor, is going to call their expert, who is going to be certain that that's not the case. So the battle of the experts is emerging. Oftentimes there's 2 or 3 experts on each side that are looking at the case from their own professional expertise, the subset of their expertise, but it's all psychiatric in nature.
Liam Scully, a criminal defense attorney with the law firm Scully and Lagos, tells WATD News these experts are being called to help jurors get an understanding of why she did what she did.
This is a subset of cases. I would say 99 out of 100 murder trials seem to be, and I defend many of my own cases, it's a who did it. And is it proved beyond a reasonable doubt? But then there is a subset of cases where, whether it's mental illness or a lesser included offense such as manslaughter, where who did it is not the issue, why it happens becomes the issue, which I think for many lawyers and many people who follow these types of trials is fascinating, because it's a whole different look at the criminal justice system and how it works and how it impacts people and how it deals, in this case, with very sick people. There's no doubt that Ms. Clancy was very sick at the time.
Our entire interview with Liam Scully can be found on our website, 959watd.com. WATD News Time, 8:34. More of the day's top stories still to come.
Just last summer, Joe Weatherby took his son, Joe Jr., on his first deep-sea fishing trip. The water was beautiful after a red sky night, and Joe had broke out his fisherman's hat with every lucky bauble he had. All signs pointed to a big day for the Weatherbys. And wouldn't you know it, after just an hour out on the ocean, Joe Jr. caught the big one, a real whopper of a fish, a 4-foot, 50-pound Boston hake. It took all of Joe Jr.'s might to reel it in, but he sure made Dad proud. Back on the dock, Joe Sr. beamed with pride as his son posed for a picture with his catch. But as it turned out, that old hake had a little fight left in him. The fish wriggled free from Joe Jr.'s grasp, flew through the air, and landed right on the harbor master's SUV, smashing through the windshield. How's that for the one that got away?
I'm Peter Brown from Tiny & Sons Auto Glass. Windshield broken? Just call 1-888-64-TINY, and thank you.
WATD News Time, 8:35, and the news being brought to you by Cross Insurance. For all your home, auto, and business insurance needs, contact Cross Insurance on Ocean Street in Marshfield. A citation and town administrator contract will be among the topics of discussion when the Marshfield Select Board meets tonight. And joining us this morning with a preview is Board Chair Rick Smith. Mr. Smith, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, good morning. Thank you very much for having me.
So as I mentioned, there will be a citation for retired police captain Michael McDonough.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so Captain Michael McDonough was part of Marshfield's police department for a little over 30 years, and he just retired a couple of weeks ago. He's a great example of the great work that our police department does. We have one of the best police departments in the entire state. And the record speaks for it. Captain McDonough was a big part of that. And after 30 years of gradually climbing the ladder at the police department, he He's retired, and so we want to take the time to recognize him.
That will be followed by a discussion over a proposal to establish a 6-month communications improvement working group.
Yeah, that's right. So our entire agenda tonight, again, is just it's an extension of the agenda that we had last week. Last week was our first time back in many months with having a full 3-person select board. Now that we have all 3 people, or all 3 seats filled, we're able to move on with the people's agenda. Last week, we were able to agree on a new town administrator, Ted Langell. We were able to discuss putting an override option that the people asked for at town meeting to go onto the ballot on September 1st. And tonight, we're going to really focus on 3 areas. We're going to focus on, number one, getting a contract done with Mr. Langell so that way he can start and get started as soon as possible, because the town very desperately needs somebody that's 24/7, 365 helping run the administration of the town. But second is focused on how we're going to deal with the potential impacts of an override and making sure that we don't face this situation again in the future. So we'll be talking about the No New Override pledge again this evening, and the language that we've put together that we've been working on. And we're coming back, and we're going to come back big. So we've got a lot going on tonight.
Alrighty, well, tonight's select board meeting will begin with an executive session at 5:30 before open session begins at 6, and that'll be at Marshfield Town Hall. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We do appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Traffic and weather next.
Searching for ways to save on your insurance premiums? Hi, I'm Carol from Cross Insurance, with local offices in Braintree and Marshfield. Cross Insurance and Safety Insurance want to help you save. Did you know that increasing the deductibles on your homeowners and auto insurance could help lower your insurance premiums? Plus, by insuring both your home and car with Safety Insurance and Cross Insurance, you could potentially save up to 20%. Safety Insurance has numerous coverage options, competitive pricing, and a broad selection of discounts, including a customer loyalty discount, good student, and a discount for paying your policy in full. With more than 75 years in business, Cross Insurance has the local experience you need and the great service you deserve. Our team is here to answer any questions you may have about coverage options and available discounts. If you're searching for savings, call Cross Insurance at 781-848-8600 to get started. That's Cross Insurance at 781-848-8600.
Now, WATD traffic and weather on the 9s.
All right, just past 8:39, and we are dealing with heavy and slow-moving conditions on the expressway northbound. Traffic slowing down around East Milton, and it's heavy from there up towards Andrews Square. Your Braintree to Boston drive time is coming in at 23 minutes. Route 3 is slow. You can make it up to Route 18, and then some slowdowns up there through Braintree, but the rest of Route 3 is not too bad right now. Not seeing any big delays at the Cape Bridges. 24, slow as you make your way out of Brockton from Route 27 up past Harrison Boulevard, and 139. No delays on 128. That looks good up into Dedham and Needham. Traffic on the 9s every morning. Traffic emergencies when they happen on WATD. Now, the updated South Shore weather.
At the Blue Hill Observatory yesterday, the top temp was 83 degrees. That was just 1 degree above the normal high of 82. The average temperature for the month of July, 73 degrees. That was just a fraction of a degree above normal. We're not out of the wet woods just yet here across Greater Boston, the Metro South, and the South Shore. In fact, we could easily see another inch, possibly another 2 inches of rain in some of the thundery downpours that will exist today. And we'll find some patchy areas of fog as well. The high temperature in the upper 70s. For tonight, we'll find another shower or thunderstorm around, some patchy areas of fog. Then later into the night, the sky should partially clear. The overnight low temperature close to 60. For your Tuesday, you can expect a good supply of sunshine from hilltop to seashore. The high temperature into the low 80s. Wednesday features clouds, some sun, maybe an isolated shower. The high near 80, and Thursday's mostly sunny with highs in the mid-80s. Next weather in just 10 minutes. For WATD, I'm meteorologist Josh Nichols.
77 degrees at the weather station WATD. I'm Dan McCready at 8:42. The South Shore's morning news continues now on 95.9 WATD.
You know, Caddy, Regina George is not your friend. We're your friends, and we're gonna make her pay. You know what friends do? They got your back, and they are fun to be around.
95.9 WATD, the South Shore's morning news. I'm Rob Hakala with the morning team. All right, well, as promised in this segment, we're going to be talking about a great production of Mean Girls. This is happening at Hingham Civic Music Theater. It's their production, and it opens up on Friday. And, of course, you can see I got the cast and crew, a good number of them as well, and on YouTube. Hello, WATD YouTube land. All right, so we're going to start this morning with Kelly DePasqua, who joins us now. She is the music director. Kelly, good morning to you.
Good morning, Rob. Happy to be here in the studio.
Thanks for coming in here, Kelly. And I see you've brought two of the stars of this show in studio with you today. Tell me who you brought with you.
Yes, I've got Tiffany Pinaretta playing Janice and Andre Lavoie, who plays Aaron Samuels.
Good morning. Good morning, Tiffany and Andre.
Good morning.
Great to have you on WATD. Thanks for coming in.
Of course, thanks for having us.
Glad to be here. All right, so Kelly, tell us about the production. You're the music director. It's Mean Girls. It opens up Friday, August 7th. So I'm sure some people have heard of this show, right?
Right. It's written by Tina Fey, so it's ultimately a comedy set in 2019 in public high school America with. I think it should be titled "Don't Be a Mean Girl" and Other Warnings. But it's really sort of a great combination of some great singing, some great dancing, a lot of fun costumes, and a really skilled cast. Oh. And it's funny.
All right, so there's going to be 4 performances, right?
Yes, we have
7th and 8th.
7th and 8th. That's this weekend, Friday and Saturday night, and then next weekend, Saturday night and Sunday afternoon, the 15th and 16th.
And all those shows will be at Sanborn Auditorium
in the Hingham Town Hall.
All right, in the Hingham Town Hall. HCMT.org is the website, and we are going to be giving away a pair of tickets as well at the end of this segment. Well, let's go down the line here and get to know a little bit more about Tiffany Pinaretta. And Tiffany, tell me about yourself, your background in acting, and then we'll get into your role playing Janice. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm Tiffany. I'm from New Bedford, Massachusetts, and I grew up in the dance world. My mom put me into dance at the early age of 3, and I became a competitive dancer at 7, and that helped me discover musical theater. So many dance numbers are used to musical theater tunes, and so I'd go to dance competitions and be like, I want to do that, I want to sing, I want to dance. So she put me into singing lessons, and I started throughout high school, and I've just never stopped.
Wow. What are some of your all-time favorite shows, or either to be in or roles in particular?
My ultimate favorite show to see is Wicked.
Yeah.
I'd love to be in that one day. Some of the favorite roles I've played as I've been in Into the Woods, I played the witch.
Okay.
I was leading player in Pippin. I must just really like those darker characters.
Yeah, you can see a little
and this
trend
one,
there.
she's sort of perfectly cast as Janice. You should come near her.
Tell us what it's like to play. What's that?
So good.
Thank you.
I'm good.
No, it's theater. They're not supposed to be, it's like, again, theater people at 8:45 in the morning. This is not...
True story.
Yes. I know.
I'll get there.
Now, so what's it like to play Janice? Tell me about the character of Janice.
Janice is really fun. She's opposite of me in the sense where I just do a different art form. She's an artist in the painting world, and she expresses herself in that way. But she's also she's very punk rock, and she sticks up for what she truly believes in. That might get skewed a little bit in the show where she thinks her path should go, but she gets to the right place in the end. And she, has her true best friend, who's Damien. And I don't know, she's just really fun to play. She's a role I've wanted to play for a really long time. I love her music. I love her track. I love her costuming. It's very, very colorful. As you can tell with my hair.
And we can see it, on YouTube, WATD Radio on YouTube. You can check out her hair. All right, so now Tiffany, so you're excited to play Janice. You're going to have a lot of fun, and people should come out. They're going to have a lot of fun watching this show, right?
Oh, hands down. This cast and production team I've worked with them a handful of times, and they are just phenomenal in what they do, artistic-wise, professional-wise, and I think the audience is really going to see how much we've bonded as a cast, and we were putting that out on stage, and I think they'll have fun. It'll be like a really big party.
Oh, that's great. Well, let's get to know Andre Lavoie over there. Andre Lavoie is playing Aaron. So, Andre, tell us a bit about your background.
So I started theater when I was 13, and I'm 26 now, so I'm at the halfway point, I'd say.
Halfway point, wow.
Which is pretty exciting.
Yeah.
I grew up in Hingham.
Okay, local guy?
Yeah. Graduated in 2018. Did theater there, and I did a lot of theater over in Cohasset for a lot of summers.
Yeah.
And now I grew out of that program, and now I'm here.
That's great. What about your favorite either shows or roles for you?
I think in the past, I just played Ren last summer, and that was probably like one of the roles I've been sought after for a while. Besides that, I played Billy Flynn in Chicago.
Okay.
My last year of high school, which was very reminiscent. Good time. Yeah, I feel like those two are probably the tops, and yeah.
Tell me about Aaron, then, the character of Aaron that you play in this show.
This character is very interesting because on paper he's just a kind of a simpleton. It sounds very weird, but like he's just kind of like a very simple guy. You don't really know like a lot about him, a lot about his background, but he just is perceived as the love interest of the show, which is fair to say, but I think this time, I've played this role before, and I think this time around I found a lot more depth in the character. I've realized things about him that I like was a little blind to before, and even though he's like not as much of a presence on stage, I feel like with what I have, like I'm losing my train of thought a little bit.
No. I think you're doing a great job explaining it, and I think that it sounds like that you've really enjoyed playing this role.
Yeah. Oh, it's a lot of fun. I think in this production in particular, I've been a lot more involved than I thought I was. I think in my last one, I was like, oh, he's just like in things, and then he's like out of things because he's Aaron now. But like, I think this production team has done a very good job at involving me like ensemble wise, and I've had like a good voice in that matter, and I've been really appreciative of that. And I think with that, I'm like, how should I fit into this scene now that I wasn't in it before? Like, what can I do differently? And I've definitely found like a different voice in this show, and hopefully it's unique enough and noticeable enough, but as simpleton as the character is, as I've described. But yeah, I'm just trying to do the most with what I can, and the amount of interactions that I have with people in the show. I only talk to 2 people, I think. But
he has 2 girlfriends.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
In the show,
That's not bad. All right, so again, we've been chatting, and that's Andre Lavoie. He plays Aaron, and part of the great cast of Mean Girls, which opens up Friday, so you've got 4 dates to pick from, so you better go and get your tickets, right, Kelly?
That's right.
All right, so Kelly, people should go to hcmt.org, get your tickets there, and again, that's at Sanborn Auditorium in Hingham Town Hall. And that is Friday at 7:30, right?
That's correct,
That's when
Rob.
the show opens. Okay. All right. So, Andre and Tiffany and Kelly, are you ready to give away a pair of tickets?
We're excited to give away a pair of tickets to opening night. Yes.
All right. Okay. So, we'll pick a number, I guess. We'll do a number above 5, but not too high. What number do you guys want to go? Do you have any number that's coming to you?
I'm saying the
What are you thinking?
7 because it's
7.
on 8/7.
Okay.
So it's on the 7th. So we'll go with caller 7.
All right, caller 7 right now. Give us a call, 781-837-4900. Caller 7 right now. It's 781-837-4900. Keep those phones ringing, 781-837-4900. And you can see Mean Girls in opening night at the Hingham at the Sanborn Auditorium and support Hingham Civic Music Theater and their great production of Mean Girls. And we want to thank Kelly DePasqua for coming in, the music director, and also some of the great cast members. It's Tiffany Pinaretta and also Andre Lavoie. Thank you for coming in, all of you.
Thanks, Rob.
Thank you so much.
95.9 WATD, caller number 7 right now. It's 781-837-4900. Caller number 7, 781-837-4900. And you get those tickets to go see Mean Girls. It's going to be a great show, and it's happening starting in Hingham on Friday. All right, let's get the update on traffic and weather and keep those phones ringing. We'll get to your call, 781-837-4900. But right now, getting word of a new crash, Route 3 northbound. This is reported to be after 139 in the Pembroke-Marshfield area, but I'm not seeing any big delays yet, but it's reportedly a new crash coming in, then slow near Union Street. The expressway northbound is heavy from East Milton up towards Columbia Road. 24 on the northbound side is jammed. Route 27 in Brockton up past 139. And 128 on the northbound side, we've got a little delay near Route 1 in Dedham. Not seeing any big delays at the Cape Bridges. Let's get the details now on the weather forecast. Meteorologist Josh Nichols. And Josh, your report is sponsored by Weemeyer Dentistry in Duxbury. Weemeyer Dentistry, experienced quality care with state-of-the-art equipment that will exceed your expectations every step of the way. Online at WeemeyerDentistry.com.
Definitely be prepared to dodge some raindrops across Greater Boston, the Metro South, and the South Shore here for today. We'll find some scattered showers and some thundery downpours as well. The potential is there for 1 to 2 inches of rainfall, a high temperature into the mid-70s, and the breeze will be gusty at times coming in out of the south. Clouds will dominate for tonight, and then later into the night the sky should clear, but there should be some scattered showers and thundery downpours early on. The overnight low temperature near 60. Much better for the day on Tuesday with an ample amount of sunshine from hilltop to seashore. The high in the low 80s. We'll look for an ample amount of sunshine for Wednesday as well, although there could be an isolated shower early on, the high near 80. Next weather in just 10 minutes. For WATD, I'm meteorologist Josh Nichols.
Dental problems always seem to occur at the most inconvenient times. I'm Dr. Sean O'Brien of Weemeyer Dentistry. Don't let a broken tooth or dental infection ruin your plans. Let our team of hygienists and dentists show you why so many people trust us with their smiles. We offer the latest in dental technology in our comfortable, state-of-the-art facility. If you're looking for a dental office to call home, call us today, 781-934-5292, or find us on the web at WeemeyerDentistry.com.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text SPARK to 215-215 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text SPARK to 215-215. That's SPARK to 215-215.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Now, the Old Colony Elder Services Tip of the Month. August is National Wellness Month. OCES offers a variety of programs and services designed to help older adults stay healthy, active, and independent. From nutrition services and caregiver support to information and referrals, home care and protective services, OCES is here to help individuals access the support they need to maintain their health and quality of life. To learn more, visit OCESMA.org.
I'm Nicole Long, CEO at OCES. For more than 51 years, OCES has been empowering older adults and individuals with disabilities by providing information to support safe and healthy living as they grow older. We are a local, reliable resource providing guidance on vital services and programs for people of all ages. For more information, call 508-584-1561 or visit us at OCESMA.org.
And a congratulations is going out to Dave from Pembroke, our correct caller. Dave wins himself a pair of tickets to see Hingham Civic Music Theater's production of Mean Girls. Again, that opens up on this Friday, August 7th. Get details by going to hcmt.org. Going to be a great show. We love supporting local theater. WATD Sports, quick update. It was a win for the Red Sox, and with the win last night, beating the Dodgers 8-4, the Red Sox sweep the series. Don Rafaela homered for the third straight game. Red Sox get the win. Masataka Yoshida homered and drove in 2 runs, and the Red Sox win their 5th straight game. They've been 23-3 since July 3rd. The Red Sox are off tonight. Tomorrow, they begin a series against the White Sox at Fenway tomorrow night at 7:10. And that's our quick update on sports.
How do you know when you can afford to retire? Does your fixed income cover your expenses? For most people, the answer is no. And if it doesn't, how much will you need to draw from your portfolio? Will that draw last for your lifetime if we factor in inflation? How should you invest your accounts and draw from them tax efficiently? Hi, I'm Alyssa McNamara-Reed with McNamara Financial in Marshfield. Give me a call if I can help you determine if you can afford to retire. 781-834-2010.
Tune in every Sunday morning at 10:30 for Legally We Can Say That, a part law, part everything else show hosted by Megan Gavin and Bose Levin of BCL Law. They spend all week arguing for their clients. On Sundays, they'll argue with each other while discussing different legal topics. And after 30 minutes, you'll know just enough to sound like a lawyer, but not enough to legally say that. It's Legally We Can Say That every Sunday morning at 10:30 on 95.9 WATD.
All right, we have the 9 o'clock news coming up. We'll check in with ABC. Dan McCready with the local news at 9:02. And then our 5th and final hour is coming up. And on the way in the 9 o'clock hour, we'll be talking to Todd and Catherine from the South Shore Conservatory. We're going to take a look at fall enrollment. Also, our pet of the week, and of course, you on the text line, 781-837-4900, 781-837-4900. Our text line, sponsored by Auto Shine Auto Body in Abington and Braintree. Route 3 on the northbound side, we had reports of a possible crash in the breakdown lane near 139 in the Pembroke Marshfield area. No big delays spotted, then slow in Braintree. Northbound expressway is heavy East Milton up towards Andrews Square. Not seeing any big delays at the Cape Bridges. South Shore weather for today. We're going to have cloudy skies, showers, and thunderstorms. Some of those could be heavy at times. High today up about 79. 77 degrees in Marshfield, 9 o'clock.
This is the South Shore's radio station, WATD FM Marshfield. And on your smart speaker, say play WATD. WATD.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. Hundreds of buildings and homes destroyed in Washington state by wildfires. In Spokane, here's ABC's Alex Stone.
This is actually 3 separate fires now being run as one because they're all right here around Spokane. So they're being called a complex, which is they are 3 individual fires not connected, but now they're just being fought as one fire because they are so close.
Oil prices have fallen this morning after President Trump announced he's pausing more attacks on Iran. He also says there will be negotiations with Iran today. Iran says that is not happening. New orders overnight from Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche could help lock up his nomination to get the job permanently. One ends the so-called anti-weaponization fund. The other limits the Trump family's immunity from IRS audits. And just in, Canada's second largest airline, WestJet, now says it has a tentative agreement with striking flight attendants. It was forced to cancel hundreds of flights over the weekend. This is ABC News. College campuses will soon be filling up with students, and sorority houses will also soon be filling up with Rush candidates. ABC's Head Up Atah says Rush, including Rush Talk, has become big business on social media.
Sophia Sesto, a vice president at Poppy, says finding the right Rush Talk faces to promote their product can translate into millions of dollars of exposure.
We actually onboarded 250 new Poppy ambassadors that will be sampling Poppy on campus, creating epic digital content.
Many of those applicants hoping to become the next Kylan Darnell.
Today is the first day of Bama Rush.
Darnell was a freshman at Alabama in 2022 when she became synonymous with the first wave of Bama Rush. She was able to turn brand partnerships into a lucrative career as an influencer.
The high price of beef is changing cookouts this summer. Sam's Club says chicken was the top choice for grilling for the 4th of July in 19 states, and pork was number one in another 15 states. I'm Sherry Preston, ABC News.
News, weather,
traffic. 95.9 WATD.
95.9 WATD.com.
77 degrees outside of our South Shore studios at 9:02. Good morning. I'm Dan McCready, WATD News. And the news being brought to you by Croy Health, formerly NVNA and Hospice, proud to provide quality home care, hospice, and palliative services to 27 towns from Plymouth to Milton. Visit croyhealth.org. That's CROI health.org. Halifax police investigating a fatal motorcycle crash. That accident happened on Elm Street just after 9 o'clock last night. The motorcycle reportedly struck a tree. The motorcyclist's name has not yet been released. Elm Street from Furnace Street to Pond Street was closed for several hours as police investigated what led up to that crash. Pembroke firefighters rescued a kayaker from a pond yesterday morning. Firefighters say that just after 11, a kayak overturned on Silver Lake Pond at Little Brook Road with a person hanging on. Firefighters launched their rescue boat and made their way out to the kayaker, who was brought to shore to be evaluated. That person was not hurt. WATD News Time, 9:03. More of the day's top stories still to come.
I'm Renee McGinnis, and I've been honored to lead the largest provider of home care, hospice, and palliative services in 27 towns from Milton to Plymouth. I'm excited to share that we have rebranded as Croy Health, still an independent, non-profit organization. NVNA and Hospice is a part of our legacy, and Croy Health represents all that we do in our commitment to growth. Learn more at croyhealth.org.
WATD News Time coming up on 9:04, and the news being brought to you by Cape Cod 5. Passionate about supporting the financial wellness of individuals, families, and businesses across southeastern Massachusetts. Visit their new location on Commerce Way in Plymouth today. Over 6,000 bicyclists made their way from Worcester to Provincetown this weekend in the annual Pan Mass Challenge that raised over $79 million for cancer research. The two-day event started Saturday. This is a new year starting with the starting line added at Holy Cross College in Wellesley. That is an 84-mile trek to the finish. The Worcester starting point is 1,000 miles to the Cape. Quincy firefighters now have PFAS-free turnout gear. The department recently transitioned to the toxin-free gear nearly a year after a lab detected cancer-causing PFAS in firefighters' coats, helmets, and boots that were purchased a few years earlier. Fire Chief Gary Smith unveiled the new gear during a press conference.
So today represents a significant step in our effort to protect our firefighters. And I am truly pleased to announce that every member of our department is being issued 2 sets of structural, non-PFAS personal protective equipment manufactured by Firedex in Milliken Fabric. In addition, each firefighter will also receive 1 set of non-PFAS lightweight personal protective equipment for non-fire incidents. The benefit of having 2 sets of structural gear allows for proper decontamination and cleaning processes to be followed without putting our firefighters back in hazardous gear. In total, our city has invested in 810 sets of non-PFAS personal protective equipment to ensure the health and wellness to all of our firefighters.
The new non-PFAS gear provides safe protection for firefighters.
Our new non-PFAS gear provides the best protection available to our firefighters from fire and all the related dangers and hazards they face. It's more than simply replacing the equipment. It reflects our commitment to using the best available technology to safeguard the long-term health of every single firefighter who serves our great city.
Quincy Firefighters Association President Tom Bowes says that PFAS will soon be banned in the manufacturing of firefighter gear.
This has been a long road, and we're glad to be at this point. We had help from South Carolina, Indiana, California, Washington, D.C., Ohio, Massachusetts, and New Hampshire to make this happen. Too many firefighters across this country are dying every day of occupational cancer. Just this past May, We lost one of our brother firefighters, Neil Leonard, and next door in Braintree, we lost firefighter Paul Smith, the brother of our chief, both to occupational cancer. Here in Massachusetts, thanks to the hard work of President McKinnon and the PFFM, PFAS is banned from being sold in fire gear starting in 2027. This should be the law of the land across the country after seeing the devastating effects PFAS has had in the fire service.
The city is suing the manufacturer of the gear purchased in 2018, alleging the company assured Quincy fire officials the equipment did not contain PFAS. An outdoor water ban is in effect for Abington and Rockland. The Abington and Rockland Joint Waterworks says that the Massachusetts EPA issued a water supply emergency declaration on Friday because of low levels in water supply reserves. All outdoor watering is prohibited, including the watering and irrigation of lawns and gardens, the filling of swimming pools, and washing driveways and patios. Residents are being asked to conserve water indoors where possible. More information can be found on the Abington and Rockland Joint Waterworks website. WATD News Time coming up on 9:08. Traffic and weather next.
At Cape Cod 5, we believe financial strength isn't built alone. It's built together. From saving for a home to working toward retirement or planning for the future, we're here to provide tools, guidance, and personal service to help you move forward with confidence. And our team of community bankers will partner with you every step of the way because we care about your financial goals. And together, we can help you achieve them. We look forward to helping you. CapeCod5.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 401717.
Now, WATD traffic and weather on the 9s.
And good morning. It is 9:09, and we are going to be dealing with wet roads throughout the day today, so keep that in mind. Speeds will be reduced. You'll need to have those headlights on with the wipers. So far, though, Route 3 has not been too bad this morning. We did have reports of a crash in the breakdown lane 3 north near 139 in the Pembroke Marshfield area, but I'm not seeing any slowdowns getting by there. Northbound on the expressway is slow starting before Granite Ave, and that's very slow up towards Southampton Street. The drive time into the city, Braintree to Boston, it's about 20 minutes right now. 24 northbound is slow, Harrison Boulevard up past 139. 128 northbound is sluggish from University Ave to Route 1 in Dedham. No complaints on Route 44, and we're not seeing any issues down at the Sagamore or Bourne bridges getting on or off the Cape. Traffic on the 9s every morning. Traffic emergencies when they happen on WATD. Now the updated South Shore weather.
We're not quite out of the wet woods just yet across Greater Boston, the Metro South, and the South Shore. We'll find scattered showers and some thundery downpours as we go through the day today. Rainfall amounts could be between 1 and 2 inches, the high temperature in the upper 70s. Coming up for tonight, we'll find some additional scattered showers and thundery downpours. Overnight low temperatures will be into the low 60s. Skies should clear as we head into Tuesday with more sunshine, especially into the afternoon. The high temperature near 80. And then on Wednesday, look for clouds, some sun, maybe an isolated shower, but it's more the exception rather than the rule. The high near 80. For WATD, I'm meteorologist Josh Nichols.
77 degrees at the weather station WATD. I'm Dan McCready at 9:11. The South Shore's morning news continues now on 95.9 WATD.
Got it, Dan. Here we go. Fifth and final hour of this South Shore's morning news on a Monday. Thank you for being here. It is the 3rd of August. I'm Rob Hakala with the morning team. We'll be with you till 10 o'clock. A bit later on in the hour, we'll be highlighting a pet. We have a dog this week up for adoption. We hope you can help find that dog. Her name is Ginger, and we want you to give her a forever home. We'll tell you about her coming up. The text line is available. If you have any questions for our guests or comments, you can text the show, 781-837-4900. That is the WATD text line, 781-837-4900. And of course, you can watch the show on YouTube. Like, watch, and subscribe. WATD Radio on YouTube. And you'll see I have not one, but two wonderful guests joining me in studio. in this segment to talk about South Shore Conservatory, and we're excited to look ahead at all the wonderful offerings for the fall. And joining us in studio this morning, we have Todd Swavey. Todd is the Director of Arts Education. Todd, good morning to you.
Good morning, Rob. Thanks so much for having us.
Great to have you here. And along with Todd is Catherine Piazza, Artistic Manager of South Shore Conservatory School of Dance. Catherine, welcome.
Good morning. Thank you.
Good morning. It is great to have both of you in here, and we're going to be taking a look at South Shore Conservatory, sscmusic.org. And so, Todd, we'll start with you to kind of fill us in on some of the new programs for the 2026-2027 school year.
Sure. So we at South Shore Conservatory, we are always focused on bringing top-tier music and dance education to students across the South Shore. This year, we are really excited to add a couple of new classes for our younger students. We're offering a guitar fundamentals class where students can learn to play the guitar in a group setting. We're also offering a rhythm fundamentals class, which is a percussion class for younger students that they can learn about rhythm and movement. And that's great for our younger students, but for some of our older students, we're also offering an acting through song class. Students in this class can take their performances to the next level. This is really good for like high school students that are getting ready to audition for college. We're also doing an adult rock band, which if you have that guitar at home or that drum set that's just collecting dust, bring them in.
It's never too late to start your rock band.
Exactly. It's never too late to have that rock band experience.
Hey, you gotta make your dreams sometimes come true.
Exactly.
And that's what's so wonderful. So these are really some great programs that you're offering. There's a variety of programs, it sounds like.
Absolutely.
What are some of the most requested programs that you get? I mean, obviously there's some that do better than others just because there's such a demand. What are the big ones?
Absolutely. Our most requested program is just private piano lessons. Like absolutely, like definitely that's our like classic. Come and learn with us piano. Even starting with our youngest kids, our piano fundamentals class is like where you just get the foundations of playing, but like in a group, and you get some movement in there, and then you kind of make the choice of like, oh, I'm ready to move into private lessons. So those are two like pretty high ones. Our youth orchestra is huge. It's really cool for students that are 9 and up, that they can like just come together and play in an orchestral setting outside of their traditional school program. It's really cool.
What do you say to a young person wanting to try something for the first time? How do you kind of help them out? Or, because I imagine there's got to be a lot of anxiety and nervousness about, am I going to be okay? I mean, but of course, everybody has to start somewhere.
Exactly. Everybody has to start somewhere, but also it's like these are not lifetime commitments. When you come in and you sign up to do a class, you might only do it for 4 months, 4 or 5 months before you decide like, hey, you might change your focus and say like, wow, I loved learning about percussion instruments. I want to go take drums. Or you might say like, hey, this one wasn't for me. Let's try maybe switching over to dance. It's important to know that like there are tons of opportunities out there and lots of things to explore.
All right, so for those that have a work schedule that does not offer them time to get away, are there options for evenings or a Saturday?
Oh, sure. So both of our campuses, we have a campus in Hingham and in Duxbury. They're both open till 9 every night. Saturdays we're open from 9 until 3. So we're always available for lessons. And if you're that adult at home that is looking to get maybe recently retired and is looking into getting back into playing, like we're there all day. Come during your day.
That's great. There's so many good options. All right, sscmusic.org. And what about for adults interested in music? You talked about some of those options already, Todd, right? About rock band for adults, and there are other options as well.
Sure. We have private lessons on pretty much any instrument that you might be interested in either picking up or re-picking up. And then we also have like lots of group opportunities. So like chamber music, you could do the rock band we mentioned earlier. We have an adult jazz ensemble. There's always opportunities for people to play together.
And non-traditional learners?
Sure. So we have our SSC Community Voices program. It's an inclusive chorus. It's designed for singers of all abilities that are 16 and up. We have an amazing percussion commotion program, which is an inclusive drumming group that's led by the incredible Ed Sorrentino. And then we also have, and we're working on expanding our Memory Cafe. A Memory Cafe it's a welcoming place for people with memory loss and their care partners that they can connect through music. Sometimes it's through movement. It's really about like listening to your favorite song, bringing back those memories, like really reliving those moments.
We've been hearing more and more about when it comes to memory that music is really, there's scientific evidence now to back that up, that somehow the music stays with us despite everything, right?
Yes.
It's pretty amazing. And I know that can make some people have connections again and a reawakening, if you will. So that's important. All right, so Todd, thank you for those great programs. And let's, I know we want to find out about dance, and that's where Catherine comes in. That's her expertise. Catherine Piazza is the artistic manager of South Shore Conservatory School of Dance. And Catherine, so let's talk about the South Shore Conservatory Dance Program and what's coming up for the fall.
Yes, I would love to. Coming up for the fall, well, first of all, we have a new name. We are SSC School of Dance, which is very exciting. Yes, so we're going to roll out our brand new name of our studio. We've got a really fantastic functional schedule of classes. This year we've added things like you can drop your dancer off at Creative Movement and then go and take your yoga class while your child's in the other studio. Or come and drop your child off for dance classes and take beginner ballet, for example. So we've made a really cool schedule. We've also added a seated dance class, which is a very gentle ballet-based class for those of us maybe who have limited mobility, or maybe we haven't danced in a while and we just want to get kind of like back to that, which is a very healthy way of moving the body. It's low impact, it's a modified way of movement. We're SSC School of Dance. We've got something for everybody.
That's great. So there really are some, this is kind of an exciting new year then with the new name and the new branding. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about, you mentioned ballet there. You talked about ballet, and tell us why it's such an important foundation even for dancers who love jazz or hip hop.
Yeah. So it's a really healthy art form. As soon as dancers come in the studio and they put their hand on the bar, we want them to feel like they're home. For a lot of us, we've revisited ballet. We might have done it as a child. It's just very, very healthy. Obviously, studying classical ballet is very good if you're only studying classical ballet, but it does kind of like transfer over into other art forms. Really helps with posture, coordination, flexibility. It's great for a language. It's good for the mind and the body. So it's very important. Ballet is wonderful, and it just feels really beautiful to do.
Well, that's kind of important, because I think there is probably a I think a lot of people would say, well, if I'm going into ballet, I want to be in the Nutcracker someday. And there are going to be people that can do that and do that. But you're saying that you kind of bring up that this might be just something to take as for health or as a foundation, or it's really just a good skill to have.
Yeah, it's just
excellent.
Good to try it. Yeah, and it makes you think really fast. Yeah. It just transfers over into what I call like civilian life. Yeah. Just like you don't have to be a dancer. You can think very quickly. It's mathematical.
So there's a lot of mind, body.
It's language, it's history, it's anatomy. Yeah, it's all the good things.
All right. So maybe try something then. If you've been thinking about that, you'd encourage someone to try one of the classes.
Absolutely. Okay. And we deliver the art of classical ballet in a very healthy way. It's very beautiful, very low stress. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's talk about the different styles that are available and what age groups as well for people. There's things for younger.
Sure. From 3 years old. Yeah. So as a Music Together teacher myself, facilitator, I should say, it's lovely to kind of like come from the Music Together program and kind of just go directly into the dance program. So we start kids from 3 to 4 with creative movement, and then we have ballet, lyrical jazz, hip hop, contemporary, progressive ballet technique, obviously adult ballet, yoga, strength and flexibility. So for all ages, and we meet every student where they're at. We've got a very, very strong team of teachers, so we're able to make lots of modifications during the class that we meet every student where they're at.
That's great.
It's very kind.
Yeah, it does sound like that.
Yeah, so it's lovely.
That's one of the things. So talk about maybe what you're most proud of, because there are certainly other dance schools and facilities and organizations that do what you do. What do you think are some of the things that you're most proud of?
So I'm really proud that we have a beautiful dance school within this, under the umbrella of South Shore Conservatory. It's art everywhere you look, right? Mm-hmm. So we're a non-competitive dance school. We don't bring the kids in, every weekend and just drill dances with them. We teach them the art form, right? That's our job, is to pass it on. And we can do that with the great faculty that we have. We do a beautiful collaborative show with South Shore Youth Orchestra. And I think we may be the only dance studio that, gives the kids an opportunity to dance with live musicians. Oh, wow. And we do that every year. It's fantastic, under the direction of Elijah Langiel. So that's very unique and beautiful. Yeah,
what a great,
super special.
Great way to kind of combine a lot of the things that happen in the South Shore Conservatory. That's amazing. All right. So at what campuses do you offer the dance?
So we have studios at both campuses, in Duxbury and in Hingham. The space is very special. We're just surrounded by artwork. As soon as you walk into our campuses, we're really different to most studios. But yeah, we offer classes at both campuses.
Oh, boy. Yeah. So for all ages and all abilities to get started. And there are performance opportunities as well, as you mentioned?
Absolutely. 2 big shows a year. Mm-hmm. So we do one around the holidays and then one in spring. So that the kids can really showcase everything that they've learned with us during the year. With it being a performing art, we have artistic athletes that deserve a chance to perform, although it's not mandatory, but very encouraged. Yeah.
Now, tell me about what is your particular expertise or favorite area of dance as well? Because, obviously, you've talked about dance. Is there a particular area that you've really enjoyed or were...
I'm deeply rooted in classical ballet. I went to a ballet school in Manchester, England, and I come from a legacy of dancers. My aunt, my gran, my mum, and now my daughter. DNA. It's kind of in the DNA. Okay. Yeah, it's just something that I have to do. Okay. And it's just really lovely to be able to just pass it on.
Wow, that's great. Yeah. Well, it's wonderful to learn from someone such as yourself. That's Catherine Piazza, the artistic manager, South Shore Conservatory School of Dance, and Todd Swaby, director of arts education. Classes begin the week of September 8th.
September 8th. We hope to see you.
And rolling admissions, South Shore Conservatory welcomes new families throughout the year. So to find out more, really just go to the website and take a look around, right? See what is there. sscmusic.org. sscmusic.org. And get signed up for those classes. Todd and Catherine, thank you so much for coming in today.
Thanks for having us, Rob.
Thank you.
It's been great to have you on WATD. All right, back out to the roads we go, and then Pet of the Week coming up on WATD. But right now, let's get an update on the roads as we continue to deal with wet roads and slowdowns on the expressway from Granite Ave to Southampton Street. 128 delays started Route 16 in Newton. 24 has gotten better, and Route 3, not too bad along the South Shore. We're not seeing any big delays on the Cape. Of course, the heavier the rain, it's not quite here yet, so when that does move through this area, the roadways and the speeds are going to slow down. Let's get the details now on your weather forecast for today. We'll have cloudy skies, rain, showers, thunderstorms. Some of those will be heavy at times with localized flooding. 79 the high. Tonight, lingering showers, then clearing late. Below 61. The sun returns tomorrow. Mostly sunny, a high of 83. Right now, 78 in Marshfield at the weather station.
Are you struggling with your payroll service, caught in an endless loop of AI, customer service turnover, and bad hold music? Recently, a business owner who came over to us had 5 payroll reps in 12 months. That's incredible. If that sounds too familiar, you don't have a payroll service, you have payroll software with tech support. Hi, I'm Larry Drago, owner of BizChecks Payroll. And as a small business owner on the Cape and South Shore for 30 years, I personally know that you have more important things to do than wait on hold or explain your question to 3 different people. At BizChecks, you deal with the same local payroll expert each and every payroll. Our payroll specialists average more than 9 years on the job. Many of our employers have worked with the same payroll specialists for over 10 years. And our local tax department guarantees that your taxes are paid on time every time and is always available to answer your tax questions.
If you would like to begin working with a company that truly cares about your success, call BizChecks Payroll today or go to bizcheckspayroll.com.
Plan a getaway and enjoy a long weekend exploring Plymouth. Go outside and whale watch, hike, walk along the ocean, and dine outdoors. At night, enjoy live music, theater, art shows, and ice cream under the stars. Begin your Friday night at the corner of Court and North from 4 to 6 and listen to live music at Sea Plymouth's Fridays on Shirley Square. Then head into a weekend of relaxed fun. Plan your Plymouth getaway on the Sea Plymouth app, brought to you by visitma.com.
Hey, don't forget to tune in to Monday Night Talk. Give you a full rundown of Kevin's show. He'll be on from 6:15 to 8. Stephen Pina, Brockton School Committee member, talking about the Brockton schools, what's going on in terms of a new high school, educational spending, the future of the city's public schools. Stephen will talk about that with Kevin. Also, Corey Welch, one of the 3 Republican candidates in this September 1st Plymouth County Commissioner primary, sharing why he's running and discussing the issues shaping his campaign. That's Corey Welch tonight with Kevin Tachi. Monday Night Talk from 6:15 until 8 on 95.9 WATD. Make sure you tune in for Kevin tonight. All right, Pet of the Week time on WATD. We do it every week at this time. I'm going to put a photo up here of Ginger. There you go. All right, we're going to do Pet of the Week now on WATD. For those on our YouTube feed, you can see the photo of Ginger right now. WATD Radio on YouTube. All right, Pet of the Week is sponsored by our great friends. I want to thank the Lynch family again for their wonderful support. Wonderful family. And they have been helping sponsor Pet of the Week for all these years now. And I really appreciate that so much. It's very nice to have a company to really stand behind supporting pets and wanting to get pets adopted. So Family Pet and Garden Center, I encourage you to shop local. We always mention that. Shop local at Family Pet and Garden Center for your pet, your farm, your lawn, your garden needs. Up on the hill on Route 53 on the Hanover-Pembroke town line. Thank you, Jim and Sandy Lynch. All right, so our Pet of the Week is Ginger, and this beautiful 1-year-old lady is searching for her forever home. Ginger is a 54-pound Husky Shepherd, and currently with our friends at Animal Protection Center of Southeastern Massachusetts in Brockton. Ginger is a very sweet, goofy girl with lots of energy. She would thrive in an active home that can help her find a good outlet. She loves to play fetch with tennis balls, go on long walks around the neighborhood, and hike in the woods. She's come a long way with leash training, and with a consistent routine will become an awesome adventure buddy. Once she's gotten proper mental and physical exercise, she's more than happy to curl up on the couch next to you for a nap. Ginger has no concept of personal space, and her idea of cuddling is to get as close to you as possible. Like a typical husky, she can also be vocal and will let you know when she feels like she hasn't gotten enough attention. And while Ginger does love people, she would prefer to go to a home without any other animals, okay? Or young kids. No young kids. She's progressing great in her training. We'll need someone who's dedicated to continuing to teach her proper manners. So she's growing. She's going to grow into be a good adventure buddy. But again, looking for a home without other pets or no young kids. And while this may sound like a lot of work, if you're willing to put in the time, Ginger will reward you with her love, loyalty, and quirky personality. If you're interested, get in touch with the Animal Protection Center of Southeastern Massachusetts in Brockton, apcsm.org. And we've got a link to their page on our Pet of the Week page. And we've also got more photos of Ginger than the one you're looking at. And you can go to 959watd.com and click on Pet of the Week. 959watd.com and click on Pet of the Week. And you can read more about Ginger. And let's get her a forever home. Pet of the Week, we do it every Monday at this time on 95.9 WATD. Sponsored by Family Pet and Garden Center.
It's almost the end of chick season, but fresh eggs can still be yours thanks to your good friends at Family Pet and Garden Center.
Family Pet and Garden Center still has young chicks and pullets, just weeks away from egg-laying age. And while you're in checking on chicks, don't forget to shop Family Pet and Garden Center's 50% off sale on all annuals and perennials. Hurry in, sales last while inventory remains. Plus, you can make sure your garden is in order with freshly stocked salt marsh hay. Fill your coops and your gardens before it's too late. Visit Family Pet and Garden Center today on Route 53 in Pembroke and online, familypetandgarden.com.
WATD traffic and weather, and the ride on the expressway northbound. We're looking at delays from Granite Ave up towards Southampton Street, Route 3 on the northbound side. Not too bad along the South Shore. We've had a pretty decent ride, so no major issues along the South Shore. 24, some pockets, 139 to 93. 93 seeing some reduced speeds, Route 28 to 138 in Canton. 128 has delays mainly through the Needham and Wellesley stretch as you make your way through that area, as the rain is heavier in the Wellesley stretch right now, so that's making for reduced visibility. But that rain is going to come here, so visibility is going to come down. Roads are going to get slick. And keep those headlights and wipers on, and leave space as well, as you could have some puddling as well in spots out there. So keep that in mind as we go through the day with the rain really going to become a factor. So far, though, this morning outside our studio, not too bad right now here in Marshfield. We're at 78 degrees, and let's get the details now on the South Shore weather as we're dealing with that heavy rain that's going to be coming in. So let's get the details now. And meteorologist Josh Nichols with the South Shore's most accurate and dependable weather. Josh.
Definitely be prepared to dodge some raindrops across Greater Boston, the Metro South, and the South Shore here for today. We'll find some scattered showers and some thundery downpours as well. The potential is there for 1 to 2 inches of rainfall, a high temperature into the mid-70s, and the breeze will be gusty at times coming in out of the south. Clouds will dominate for tonight, and then later into the night the sky should clear, but there should be some scattered showers and thundery downpours early on. The overnight low temperature near 60. Much better for the day on Tuesday with an ample amount of sunshine from hilltop to seashore. The high in the low 80s. We'll look for an ample amount of sunshine for Wednesday as well, although there could be an isolated shower early on, the high near 80. Next weather in just 10 minutes. For WATD, I'm meteorologist Josh Nichols.
And right now, outside our studio, 78 degrees in Marshfield as we await the heavy rain. Coming up on WATD, we'll have today's local artist. We'll check in with John Shea on WATD.
One Stop Painting and Renovating.
For 40 years, both homeowners and businesses across the South Shore have trusted One Stop Painting to keep their properties looking their best. Whether you need interior or exterior painting, carpentry repairs, or professional house washing, One Stop Painting has you covered. We use both soft and high pressure washing techniques to safely clean everything from delicate siding and decks to walkways and commercial buildings. From a single room to an entire office complex, we proudly serve both residential and commercial customers with the quality, professionalism, and attention to detail that have made us the local favorites for 4 decades now. Thinking ahead, now's the perfect time to schedule your interior painting projects. Book your winter work early and ask about our winter discounts available on select interior projects. Don't wait until the schedule fills up. Call One Stop Painting today and discover why we've been the South Shore's trusted painting and property maintenance company for 40 years now.
Call us at 508-888-3500 or check us out online at onestoppainting.com.
One Stop Painting. One call does it all.
One Stop Painting and Renovating.
Let's go to Nezrella's Farm of Marshfield, 1200 Ocean Street. Here's Paul Nezrella to tell us what's in store for August.
If you're looking for color, healthy plants, I have what you're looking for. I have a fresh batch of annuals coming in every week, as well as perennials. I still have a large selection of hanging baskets. Everything is full with color.
Which flowers would you suggest for late summer?
If they're looking for something for August, something that's heat tolerant, I highly recommend zinnias, portulaca, marigolds, petunias, and million bells, and flowering vinca. They can tolerate the sun and the heat of August.
And what about when the plants get hungry?
I have a pretty good selection of fertilizers from Miracle Grow or Jack Peters, which I've been using for many years. It just keeps flowers blooming and healthy and strong.
And customers are always commenting on how helpful your staff is.
The people working here are very good in recommendations. We're here to help our customers pick up flowers, and we want to make them very successful. So we tell them whatever they need to know to have a successful garden.
Nazrellas.com.
WATD is proud to have been voted Best FM Radio Station by readers of South Shore Home, Life and Style magazine. And congratulations to Miles Heeger from Miles on Motorsports for winning Best Local Radio Personality, and Rob Hakala for winning the runner-up spot. Plus, the Bethany Builders Podcast picked up the Runners-Up Award for Best Local Podcast. Thank you from the South Shores Radio Station, 95.9 WATD.
.9 WATD, this South Shore's Morning News. Rob Hakala with the morning team, 5 to 10 every day, getting you up and informed. That's our mission. We've been doing it for 25 years. Text line is available for you. If you want to connect in, you can do that on the text line, 781-837-4900. Our text line is sponsored by Auto Shine Auto Body in Abington and Braintree. You bend it, they mend it. Auto Shine Auto Body. 781-837-4900. Any topic you want to comment on or something you want to pass us along? Feel free to do that on the text line, 781-837-4900. All right, let's see. We'll get to the local artist from John Shea. That's coming up. Also, the entertainment report from ABC coming up before 10 as well. And we will take a look at some events. Do we have some events in history to comment on? We do. Okay. We'll do a couple of those for you as well, just ahead on WATD. Right now at 9:38, a couple of other stories to get to before we get to traffic and weather coming up on the 9s. One of the stories is about, this is... President Trump continuing to stand by his claims that the damage to the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool was done by vandals, despite the Department of Justice admitting in court filings. They're saying now the damage is due to a botched installation by the contractors behind the renovations. We get more now from ABC's Peter Haralambos, who has the latest.
Less than a day after U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro moved to drop the case against former Olympian David Hearn for allegedly vandalizing the reflecting pool, Trump took to...
let's get more on that now from Peter. Sorry.
Less than a day after U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro moved to drop the case against former Olympian David Hearn for allegedly vandalizing the reflecting pool, Trump took to social media to criticize Pirro, writing that he believed the damage was, quote, a pure case of vandalism. Prosecutors moved to drop the case on Friday after saying evidence provided by the Department of the Interior made it clear the damage was due to a botched installation by the contractor, which rushed to complete the project in time for July 4th. Hearn's lawyers say they're considering his legal options after Trump continued to blame the damage on vandals. Peter Haralambos, ABC News.
9:39. Let's get back out to the roads. WATD's traffic and weather on the 9s. Northbound Expressway is heavy from East Milton up towards Andrew Square. Route 3, not too bad along the South Shore. Not seeing any big delays at the Cape Bridges. 24 is slow. 139 in Stoughton up to 93. Traffic on the 9s every morning. Traffic emergencies when they happen on WATD. Now the updated South Shore weather. Let's get the details for you now for today. We will have cloudy skies, showers, and thunder showers as well. And some of the embedded thunder showers could be heavy. It's going to be a washout today, no doubt. Clouds and rain, but there could be some heavier downpours, some pockets of localized flooding. Any of those thunderstorms could also contain strong gusty winds. High today, 79. Tonight, rain early, then clearing through the nighttime hours, low dropping to 61. Tomorrow, the sun returns, mostly sunny, and a high of 79 on Tuesday. Right now, outside our studio in Marshfield, the temperature 78 degrees at the weather station, WATD.
By the middle of the week, so much news has come your way, you need your own team to sort it out. Lucky for you, there's Jared Valenzola and the JV team to talk about the things you've heard and catch you up on some things you might not know.
I'm Jared Valenzola. Join me and my guests as we have fun with current events and try to put things into perspective each week. Sponsored by Corey Welch of Boom Realty. Catch the JV team every Wednesday night at 6:15 here on 95.9 WATD.
Time now to highlight a local artist. We do that every morning at this time in the program where we focus on a local artist. And WATD's John Shea, our music director, he's also the host of Almost Famous Radio, which is on tomorrow night. He selects these great songs to share with you. And let's find out who he's highlighting for us today with the local artist. John?
Thank you. The Monday local artist of the day is Lisa Bastoni. Lisa Bastoni is an award-winning singer-songwriter based out of the Boston area that you can see this Thursday at the Spire Center Lobby Series in Plymouth. For details on that, follow Lisa Bastoni on the socials or head over to spirecenter.org. This is called Hometown from Lisa Bastoni, your Monday local artist of the day, 95.9 WATD.
Your living room is Kelly Green, watching Days of Our Lives on the TV screen. Flowers on the couch and the window shades. I had to stay for dinner 'cause my mom is running late. And waiting by the window there's a fence outside and a burned out house covered in vines, and I don't know if they ever tore it down, 'cause I never went back to my hometown. I never went back to my hometown. Your sister comes home from the soccer game, but she never stops talking about what's his name. Father opens up a second can of beer, and there's a hole in the wall and it's always been there. Your mother wipes the table, she's stacking the plates. If you ask about the wall, she'll just look away, 'cause some things you don't say out loud. And I don't want to talk about my hometown. Yeah, talk about my hometown. Jewelweed's growing in your backyard. We could stay out there until the sky got dark. The flashlight tag and kick the can. A boy, but you were my best friend. And I can still remember when you moved away, how the grass grew through the gravel in your old driveway. I wonder how you're doing now, if you ever made it back to our hometown, if you ever went back to our
It's our local artist, Lisa Bastoni, and Hometown on 95.9 WATD, the South Shore's radio station. I'm a local guy in my hometown, Hanover, in Massachusetts. All right, let's look at some events today in history. Today is the 3rd of August, and we'll dive into a couple of the events here just to highlight for you. As we do, we like to learn something as well and be reminded of some of the big events today in history to ponder. 1492, Christopher Columbus. Remember that guy? He set sail from Spain on his first voyage that took him to the present-day Americas. 1492, Christopher Columbus. It was 1852 in America's first intercollegiate sporting event. These two schools, Harvard and Yale. Harvard rode past Yale to win the first Harvard-Yale Regatta. This date in 1852. 1859, the American Dental Association is founded in Niagara Falls, New York. 1900, the Firestone Tire and Rubber Company is founded. 1977, the Tandy Corporation introduced the TRS-80, one of the first widely available home computers, Tandy. And it was this date, 1958. 1958, the world's first nuclear submarine, the USS Nautilus, became the first vessel to complete a submerged transit of the geographical North Pole. Imagine that. This date, 1958. Yes, if you are claustrophobic, I know, chances are you could not be in a submarine or go into space. You'd always want to reach for that door, which you just can't do. But 1958, that's pretty incredible. The world's first nuclear submarine, the USS Nautilus from the USS Navy. And it was also this date, let's see, we heard about this earlier, 1981, Ronald Reagan. This is the day that the U.S. air traffic controllers went on strike, and Ronald Reagan ordered them to go back to work. And they were looking for, I imagine, more money. It's usually why people go on strike. More money and workplace improvements. And so they went on strike today, the 3rd of August, 1981. And then it would be just a couple of days later, 2 days later, in fact, President Ronald Reagan would fire the 11,345 striking union members and barred them from federal employment. Yeah, that's right. It was today was the day that they went on strike, and he took that action.
Over
You're
his dealings
exactly
with
correct.
Chambers. 1981.
Yeah.
Air traffic controllers in the United States
Yeah,
go
we'll
on
listen
strike.
to a little of the audio
Following a
here
warning from
from
President
AP.
Ronald Reagan that they will be fired.
They are in violation of the law, and if they do not report for work within 48 hours, they have forfeited their jobs and will be terminated.
Reagan roughly 11,500 controllers who do not return to their jobs, and the government hires replacements.
All right, so there you go. There's just some of the events in history, August 3rd. All right, final text messages. You can get them in for the morning news show, 781-837-4900, 781-837-4900 is the text line, sponsored by Auto Shine Auto Body in Abington and Braintree. 9:49 WATD's traffic and weather on the 9s. And taking a look at the drive this morning along Route 3 on the northbound side, we're in pretty good shape. No reports of any major delays as you make your way from Plymouth and Kingston right up into Weymouth. Still some slowdowns up in the Braintree area, but overall, not bad. We do have some delays leaving the Cape on 6 West that looks slow approaching the Sagamore Bridge. Taking a look at the expressway northbound, heavy from East Milton up towards Andrews Square. 128 northbound is slow from Route 16 heading up past the Pike. 24 is slow starting around 139 in Stoughton. Traffic on the 9s every morning. Traffic emergencies when they happen on WATD. Now the updated South Shore weather. All right, let's get the details now. And meteorologist Josh Nichols with the South Shore's most accurate and dependable weather as we've got heavy rain on the way.
We're not quite out of the wet woods just yet across Greater Boston, the Metro South, and the South Shore. We'll find scattered showers and some thundery downpours as we go through the day today. Rainfall amounts could be between 1 and 2 inches, the high temperature in the upper 70s. Coming up for tonight, we'll find some additional scattered showers and thundery downpours. Overnight low temperatures will be into the low 60s. Skies should clear as we head into Tuesday with more sunshine, especially into the afternoon. The high temperature near 80. And then on Wednesday, look for clouds, some sun, maybe an isolated shower, but it's more the exception rather than the rule. The high near 80. For WATD, I'm meteorologist Josh Nichols.
Thanks, Josh. And right now, outside our studio in Marshfield, the temperature 78 degrees at the weather station, WATD.
Drip Drop is a doctor-developed, proven fast hydration that helps your body and mind work better. Trusted by firefighters, medical professionals, and over 90% of top college and pro sports teams, Drip Drop is engineered to hydrate faster and more effectively than water alone, with 3 times the electrolytes of leading sports drinks. Stock up now at dripdrop.com and use promo code RADIO20 for 20% off your first order. That's dripdrop.com, promo code RADIO20 for 20% off your first order. Head to dripdrop.com now and use promo code RADIO20.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with a Capital One Saver card, so let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver card is at table 27 and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
The Tony Award-winning musical Dear Evan Hansen, directed by Tony nominee Adam Pascal, comes to the Carr Amphitheater in Hingham, Massachusetts from August 6th to August 9th, with a star-studded cast featuring the Love Boat's own Jill Whalen, Tony and Grammy nominee Orfeh, Grace Medlin from Netflix Sweet Magnolias, Tori Vagassi from America's Got Talent, and more. Tickets start at just $35. Don't miss Dear Evan Hansen, presented by Harbor Lights Theater, playing from August 6th to the 9th. Visit harborlightstheater.com for more information.
Hi, I'm Betsy Dumas with the Mattapoisett Free Public Library. Please join us on Friday, August 7th at 6 p.m. for a free film screening of the award-winning movie In the Whale. Meet David Abel, the director, for a Q&A after the film. We're located at 7 Barstow Street in Mattapoisett, Massachusetts. For more information, please visit our website at mattapoisettlibrary.org. Thank you.
ABC Entertainment News.
I have something to tell you that's going to sound crazy.
Spider-Man Brand New Day swung to box office history over the weekend. The movie made $168 million on its opening day at the domestic box office, making it the biggest North American opening day ever. It netted $355 million domestically across the whole weekend.
Promise me you will come back.
What if I can't? The Audacy sailed in at number 2 with $51 million. The Greek epic was in its 3rd weekend at the box office.
It's been too long, Woody. Came here as fast as I could after Jesse called for help.
And Toy Story 5 rounded out the top 3 with $6.3 million. We also got some big casting news out of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Actress Samara Weaving will play Emma Frost in Marvel's upcoming reboot of the X-Men. Disney is the parent company of Marvel and ABC News. Chuck Sievertson, ABC News.
Hi, I'm Lindsay Doherty with MK10. Our mission is to promote suicide prevention and mental health awareness while honoring the memory of Michaela Kingman. Please join us on Saturday, August 22nd for the first MK10 Summerfest at the East Bridgewater Commercial Club. For more information, please visit our website, mk10fitness.com, or our Instagram page, mk10_fitness, for more information. Thank you.
Monday Night Talk, Kevin Tachi, 6:15 to 8. Coming up on Kevin's show tonight, he's got a full show. Stephen Pina, Brockton school committee member, talking about plans for Brockton's new high school, educational spending, the future of schools and education in Brockton. Corey Welsh, one of the 3 Republican candidates in the September Plymouth County Commissioner primary, sharing why he is running and discussing the issues shaping his campaign. That's Monday Night Talk with Kevin Tachi, 6:15 until 8 tonight, 95.9 WATD. Make sure you tune in to Kevin coming up tonight, right after the 6 o'clock news. All right. Going to wrap up the South Shore's morning news. Make way for me coming up after 10. Audrey enjoying one more day of vacation. One more day of vacation for the hardworking Audrey Constant. She will be back tomorrow morning for her regular show, 10 to 3 on WATD. It's coming back tomorrow, right? Yes. Okay. Audrey will be back tomorrow. All right. So we have this will be fun. Yeah. I'll be sticking around for an hour. Why not? If I can do 5, what's another hour? I'll be with you for a bonus hour. We'll have music and fun from 10 to 11. Quinn, the afternoon guy, will be in the midday from 11 to 3. And then in for Quinn will be Larry from 3 to 6, just to make it as confusing as possible. So that's ahead on WATD. All right, we'll get to the text messages coming up here. Oh, yeah, that's a good story. Someone mentioned this.
We're all in the same boat.
Same boat. So Zach Brown, right, the 15th straight sold-out show at Fenway. And apparently I think he's bought into this Margarita at Sea cruise thing. And so 37,000 fans last night at Fenway, they get a free cruise. Right? He made the announcement last night. Here's NBC 10 Boston.
Turned into a country music playground over the weekend as the Zach Brown Band took over the ballpark.
This is incredible. He gave fans more than just a great show. They're all going on a free cruise.
What?
Yeah, exactly. I had the same reaction. Why didn't I get tickets? According to the Globe, all 35,000 audience members at last night's show were gifted trips aboard the Margaritaville at Sea. The entire giveaway valued at almost $40 million. And it comes personally from Brown. He said it was a thank you to the fans as they celebrated the band's 15th consecutive sold-out show at Fenway. Zach Brown Band holds the record for the most consecutive sold-out performances at the park.
Wow. All right. Anybody there last night that's getting this free cruise? Text us about that. That sounds fun. How do you just show your ticket and they send you on a cruise? All right, let us know about that. 781-837-4900. All right, let's get to the text messages here. 781-837-4900 coming to you from the Coastal Heritage Bank studio. Coastal Heritage Bank, growing together. Community focused, locally trusted since 1889. Coastal Heritage Bank, growing together. Member FDIC, member DIF. I want to thank Brian, who said it's just been amazing for the Red Sox. Brian from Plymouth says the Red Sox have been just simply amazing after sweeping the Dodgers over the weekend. He says, happy Monday, go Red Sox. MC from Manamet, thank you for checking in. Dan from Pembroke, I will put on your son's birthday for tomorrow. And let's see, his son has a birthday tomorrow? Okay, his other son has a birthday today. Matt Cobb of Marshfield is 21. Pete from Hingham, thank you as much. Matt from Pembroke, he says, I'd love when the birthdays go to overtime. I can tell you guys really have fun with birthdays. That's true. Nothing wrong with overtime whatsoever. The other guy, we have a guy that says the birthday should be done in 5 minutes, and he wants to be a grump. Matt from Pembroke says he must be related to Frank from Marshfield. Yeah, it could be. Beth from Marshfield, happy birthday to her brother Kurt Lincoln, who turns 50 today. He's a Marshfield lieutenant firefighter, a wonderful father of 3, and she hopes his day is as special as he is. So how about that? That's Beth from Marshfield. Matt, remembering his mom, whose birthday would have been yesterday, Matt Creed of Weymouth. My mom, Sylvia Creed, passed away in February 2013 at the age of 75. I love you, Mom. Gray Wolf from Kingston. He is a thunderstorm guy, so guess what? He is excited for thunderstorms. He's feeling good this morning. He can't wait for the thunderstorms to pass by. Eric from Abington with a song request. We'll get to that. And Gene from Pembroke. I had the pleasure of attending 2 events over the weekend. The first event was at the John Alden Estate in Duxbury. There was an open house at the new museum. People dressed in period garb, reenacting historic characters. I had a very nice conversation with a lovely young lady posing as Priscilla Mullins, who married John Alden. She explained how native herbs were used for various medicinal purposes. I loved all the displays, particularly the one about Henry Wadsworth Longfellow's book entitled The Courtship of Miles Standish, which made famous the romantic triangle between Miles Standish, John Alden, and Priscilla Mullins. I'm looking forward to returning to the center to learn more about the Mayflower passengers, John Alden and Priscilla Mullins, who married and had 10 children. She also attended that free concert at the Marshfield Town Green featuring the Rule of Two, a fantastic duo with a very talented female vocalist and very talented male guitarist. They put on great performances with many popular songs. I also enjoyed meeting the Marshfield Cultural Committee member Ned Banks, a very nice gentleman. Thank you, WATD, for promoting wonderful cultural events. Well, that's why we do it, so you can get out and enjoy these great things that happen. We know it's hard to keep track of them all, so we like to pass them along when we can. That's Jean from Pembroke, one of our great listeners. Jean, thank you so much. That does it officially for the morning news. I'll do 1 hour of the Audrey Show, and then Quinn will be in at 11. Audrey comes back from vacation. Tomorrow, she'll be on the air at 10 on 95.9 WATD. And that does it for us in the morning news.
That's all she wrote. That's all she wrote. Didn't write no more.
And thanks as well to Lord Hadaway for watching on YouTube, and Tony watching from Portugal. Thank you, guys.
South Shore's breaking news, weather, and traffic station.
95.9 WATD FM Marshfield and 95.9 WATD.com.